Second. Okay, I have a little announcement. Before we proceed, I have largely completed looking through the 2024 Players Handbook. I have not memorized it or know everything about it. So let me give you guys the what I think is going to be the final sort of say about that. As far as me, as I go as the DM, I'm admittedly probably going to cherry pick what is I think best to serving for the game. Like for the example, like surprise rounds just give disadvantage on initiative, which I think sucks. So I'll probably stick with the 2014, but vice versa. I think the prices for services makes a lot more sense in 2024. So I think I'm going to pick and choose whatever makes sense for the game, and it'll take a little bit of time for me to figure out what that may be. And then we can talk about that later. If things get too complicated or people are having trouble understanding, whatever it may be, um, we'll talk about it then. But I'm gonna pick and choose a little bit of what I think is best for both. But as for you all as the players, I welcome if you want to stick with 2014, great. If you want to swap to 2024, great. With that said, whatever you decide to do, you must stick to implicitly. So if you want to stick to 2024, that involves all spells, feats, the whole thing. So you can't cherry pick, you can't be 2014, but like how this spell's done in this edition, so on and so forth. Um, and I know I said I'm cherry picking. I apologize for the double standard. But also it's a lot to balance. So maybe later on when I become a little more familiar, maybe that changes. I don't know. But as for now, if, for example, Terrence, you wanted to swap to like Nature Cleric 2024, go for it, but you'll have to make feat changes and subclass changes and so on and so forth. Everything must be 2024 or everything must be 2014. But that is how we will proceed. And if anybody wishes to make any swaps, please let me know. And we'll make sure that is all figured out nicely because I just recently did it for my player game. And it's a little different. It's a little different on the actual character sheet, swapping it over. So maybe you might want to. And I'd also like to know, of course, what the plan is for you guys. So yeah, take some time, figure it out. Maybe you want to be the new 2024 version of your class. Maybe not. We'll find out.
Do you want a
Um,
rundown of the changes? So like if for example we swap over, do you want a rundown of like the feats that we have, like just if it's just like a one for one, or like is there anything like you want us to tell you besides like, hey Ryan, I'm switching over to the 2024 rules? Like how would you like to receive that information?
just let me know. Let me know and we'll chat about it. Just say like what those changes may be. It might even be easier to like hop on like depending on how much help is needed. It could be a 5 minute call. It could be a 15-minute call where I'm happy to help out if you don't need the help. If you think it's easy enough as sending a message and being like, I'm swapping the 2024 fighter with the battle master changes and these feats will be swapped and just want to give you the information and the thing, that's totally fine as well. I'll take a peek at the thing in my own time. So whatever's easiest, if it's convenient to do it in a message, go for it. If you'd rather get on a call, go for it. Whatever you'd like to do, I'm happy.
I know I'm probably going to stick with 2014.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There are some little things that are nitpicky, like I gotta like this is gonna be a little bit of a me working as I go, but I don't want to hold you guys up while I like pick apart everything, especially in the midst of how busy I am right now. So I'm just gonna say go for it, and as we go, I'm if anyone changes, I'm gonna look at their stuff very very specifically and make sure it's all fair. Like for example, Ranger, Hunter's Mark's non-concentration. Have fun, enjoy. You're a prepared
Nice.
caster now. Enjoy being a prepared caster. You know what I mean? So it's
But
going to
you
be a
lose
little bit of
primeval
a
awareness.
yeah. They lost primeval awareness. They lost natural explorer. They lost favorite. They essentially lost favorite enemy.
I wish
Um,
I could disable the new spells on my spell list, but I don't think D&D
yeah,
Beyond lets you do that. You can only
I
disable the legacy spells.
I think you can disable the legacy stuff, but it disables all legacy stuff, like right down
I want
like
to keep the
all.
legacy stuff. I want to disable everything
Oh,
else.
oh, does it not? Oh, yeah, it doesn't let you do that, does it?
hmm
So then I guess that's yeah.
I just
I think
gotta
that-
no.
fumble through my cluttered spell list.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's a further reason why the swap is more intense, I guess, to sort of support my point, because that's just going to make life easier for now. But we'll work as we go. If anybody does the swap and they're like, "Hey, can we talk about this feature?" We'll talk about the future. The feature. I'm definitely setting the hard standard for either 2014 or 2024. But I'm also open to, if this seems rather unfair, if you really want this or that, let's talk about it. But as it stands, go for it. You want to swap? Let's talk about it. Let's go for it. Let's see where it goes. It's
Where
gonna
do
be a
you
bit of a work in
stand
progress.
with
Yeah.
the new exhaustion rules?
What are the new exhaustion rules?
I'm pretty sure each level of exhaustion is like a flat -1, -2, -3 across
Oh.
all. I think they call them a D20 test.
Yeah, they
So
call them
like all
D20 tests
attacks,
now.
skills, and saving throws. One level exhaustion is -1 across the board, -2 across the board, -3, -4.
And then it becomes -10. What do you guys think?
Oh,
What do you
and I
players think?
think it's also you lose 5 feet of movement as well
Oh,
for each. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go look at that right now. But what do you guys think? What are your opinions?
The 5 feet of movement is tough, but other than that, it doesn't seem that bad. Like I could take 2 levels of exhaustion before and I'm only taking a -2 on things. I mean, I've taken lingering injuries that were worse than a -2 on rolls.
Oh, your roll
So,
is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. So if you have 2 exhaustion level, it's a -4 to your roll.
oh,
Oh,
that's tough.
That's tough.
okay, yeah,
Right?
that is the that's I I think I'm good with like tough exhaustion.
So
I
do
think
you
it should
guys,
be.
I agree. I think it should be debilitating. I think it should be absolutely debilitating. So what do you guys, and you lose a number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level. So if you're at 2 exhaustion, you're at a -4 to all D20 tests, attack roll, saving throws, and ability checks, and you're down 10 feet of movement. What do you guys think? Like, I think you can try it.
I like
What
the
do you got?
old exhaustion rules more.
You like the old exhaustion rules?
I'm stuck in my
kind of
ways. I like
stuck
what
in
I
your
know.
okay. Then we'll stick with the old exhaustion rules. Yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely need to take out my homebrew document and maybe be like, we stick with 2014 rules with these exceptions from 2024. But I'll do that in my own time, and I'll be a little more specific about it. But yeah, going forward, let's work on that because, like I said, this is going to be a bit of like a growing experience as we go. If we come upon any rules and you guys know them, there to be different rules from 2024, feel free to point them out. And then maybe we can make a choice in the moment, and it'll help me kind of help stabilize what this new game looks like. What this new thing is that we're going into. Sweet. I can actually open up my house rules right now and just put that one in there. Schedule access, restrictions, speed options. Cool. Yeah, I like the prices for their services. Other than that, I haven't seen anything that I was like particularly jazzed for that was better. Okay. Anyway, let's get to some Tyranny of Dragons. We have spoken enough of rules. Let us, well, not break them, but let's go kill dragons. Okay. It begins. This bad boy up. And we'll up to TOD. And down. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Dragon's Bane counselors of the Council of Waterdeep, tip of the spear, the people who get shit done on the Sword Coast. That's you. And what you need to get done is figure out what the hell is going on in the Misty Forest. You guys have come at the behest of not Dago, at the behalf of the Lan Winterhound, leader or one of the High Rangers or whatever. They're not really big on titles over there. One of the great rangers of the Emerald Enclave has asked you to go to the Misty Forest, the realm of Aravir's father, King Melindrock, and figure it out. Some stuff's going on there that is a little suspicious, and suspicious you did find. You met up with Prince Aligarthus, big brother to Aravir, and eldest son, King Melindrock, and you learned some information about what happened. During the event, many survivors spoke to you of what happened, which is as follows. The dragons swooped down and attacked on the ground first, and nearly half of all the villagers' victims died during the first assault. Humans in the regalia of the cult of the dragon followed the dragon, killing all that followed, and the village priest stepped out to lead others in the fight, but the dragon swallowed him whole. Other survivors claimed to see a cultist riding atop the dragon. This may have been an elf, this may have been a human, who knows. But the village warden, Galin, has become the leader of Altand, having, no priest left. And though he was in the thickest of the fighting, he survived unscathed and has been a potent force for rallying the survivors. And the attack lasted only a short while, and the dragon unexpectedly retreated, cultists following as it fled. Very stark contrast to how other raids went, which was take all the treasure and kill everyone alive. You found some interesting facts about the story, one of which is that the warden is responsible for the end of the attack. It seemed that he made an agreement with the Dragon Rider to end the assault in exchange for information on other right targets in the Misty Forest. The warden, in his grief and his new responsibility for his wife was killed during the battle, Warden Galin was found out by all of you, found to have been going to possibly meet the dragon every night, seemingly being kind of stood up night after night. You guys confronted him and managed to convince him to do the right thing. And indeed, he has done his best. He's going to send missives out to the villages he's given out information on. He has given you the direction the dragon flew, and where he may be coming from. That the rider himself, through the powers of Aravir reading his mind, learned that the rider was none other than Prince Neuron, the second son to King Melindrock, and also older brother to Aravir. Prince Aligarthus and Aravir sort of confided in each other, helped try and console one another, and Aligarthus turned the responsibility of this over to Aravir, saying that she was a princess of the Misty Forest and it was their responsibility by right of royalty to bring this justice upon their brother. And he trusted Aravir to meet that justice out however she saw fit. And with that, you guys have some adventuring to do. You have some traveling to do in the forest to make your way further still and find out where this dragon makes its lair and perhaps defeat it. And with the thanks of a hero's feast, I'm sure it's not going to be too hard. We will see how that goes. Incredible. And well done for that, Mike. Let us see.
I think we've said that Subrosa also benefits from the hero's feast.
Yes, we are going to say Subrosa.
What's that benefit?
For the next 24 hours, you get a plus 10 to your max HP. You're immune to poison and the frightened condition, and you have advantage in all wisdom saves.
Okay. Immune to frighten and poison?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And there was also an extra +5 from CLL for the next 8 hours for your max HP.
Per the chef feat.
Yep, for the chef.
Does Hero's Feast not grant temporary hit points?
Hero's Feast boosts your maximum hit points.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Into the wonderful woods we go as you wake up the next day. Yeah. You left your horse. You guys retrieved your horses, I believe, is what you said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they also benefit from Heroes Feast.
I I'm sure they do. No, I'm kidding. I know. I'm not actually salty about it. To be very clear, I thought it was a brilliant move. Very well done. Very, very well done. Okay, time to go wandering through the woods. Prince Eligarth is informed, and let me just get you guys all mounted up. And you guys will begin traveling due southeast. Ciela, make me a survival check to see if you can keep your party pointed in the right direction.
I just wasted a natural 20.
That's
Never a waste.
it's never,
So
yeah,
that makes a total of 29.
very good, very good. Okay. You look southeast and you know how to keep walking in that direction. It's gonna be okay. You think your party will be all right. Okay, let's just set the board up because for your travels into the aptly named Misty Forest, I do have to put you all on the backs of your mounts so that if anything should happen in the forest, I'm sure it'll be fine. Um, we are ready to go. Fly, fly, my pretties. Sorry, guys. Just the temptation is ever strong to tell you all to just make horse riding hero forges and make it a day. Um, but alas, we will instead. What is the marching order as you guys go through the woods? I imagine the griffin and dragon are flying overhead, up in its high boughs. But who? How about the horseback riders?
Um,
I can lead the pack as far as the horses go. I mean, Ciel is still guiding us, but I'll lead the cavalry.
Yeah, Ciela sort of is up ahead, is like sort of flying overhead and continue to guide you guys. Get off track, swoop down and say something.
all
think
right,
usually-
second.
I was gonna say, usually it's Terrence and Shroud up front.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. Hey, the rear is just as important, man. You never know when those ambushes come. That's the point.
It's really
So
real.
yeah. So Sabrosa will be third, and Star will tag along.
Yeah.
Say, what is and I think it's even more essential to point out where you guys are flying. Are you guys flying like 100 feet above? Like the tree boughs are fucking huge. This forest isn't a proper representation of the board of Altan was. These are humongous trees. Are you guys flying like close up above? Are you higher up in the boughs of the trees? Where are you to the front? Are you to the back? Where are my flying riders?
I'll be more to the front, just so I can keep an eye on what's coming up.
Okay.
And we'll frequently come down to relay instruction.
Okay, we will say that you're flying pretty much there,
Mhm.
generally speaking, just close overhead, not being too lofty. Aravir?
If I'm above the trees, can I still see the party?
Yeah, like I said, this isn't a perfect representation. There are smaller and bigger trees, but like imagine trees like 2 or 3 times the size of these here and there.
Yeah, I'll fly above the trees and keep an eye on the sky.
Okay, maybe a little higher than Cielo, like so.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Into the forest we go. Let's see. You travel. You travel for a bit, following Ciella's keen ability to move forward through the trees. Um, as you're traveling, wandering away, you hear the crunch of a large tree breaking somewhere far how no. And just to be clear, a couple hours have gone by. But you do hear the sound of a tree crunching and falling some ways up ahead, and then you hear a ah, sort of like cry out from up ahead. Um,
Can I see
what do you
anything?
do?
Yeah, can I see anything from my vantage?
Make a perception check.
It's the same direction we're going.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Not directly, but close enough.
24.
24. You looked and you definitely saw the tree fall. You like looked up ahead. I'll say it's like some way in. I mean, again, this isn't a perfect representation. So we're gonna say you guys are like your party's like back here somewhere, and pretty much over here in this general area, you saw one of the trees just kind of sort of like fall, like it gave out, which isn't really how trees work. And then when it hit the ground, you heard the scream.
I'll fly ahead and see what I can see from the sky.
Okay, so you're gonna fly ahead of the party and go investigate by yourself. Okay, what would the rest of the party like to do?
I'm assuming on the ground we can't see the tree.
You could hear, you heard where it came
Heard
from.
it,
though,
but
yeah, you didn't see the tree, but you heard it pretty aptly. And we'll obviously now see Aravir kind of beelining in that direction from up above.
I think we should follow her.
Okay.
It's in the general direction. It might be related to this dragon we're tracking.
Ciela can't hear Terrence, but she's turning Laragoth to follow.
Okay, so it sounds like the whole party's going. Aravir leading the pack. Absolutely. I assume you'll descend a little, Aravir. Aravir, Helios, flying around the boughs of the trees with great acrobatic skill as you make your way closer to the source of the sound. You guys are going to come tearing through the trees. Oh my god. Sorry. No! Horse!
Air
There
horse.
it is.
Air horse
Pick a
one.
side now.
Yeah, Air Horse One. That's funny. God damn it, you motherfuckers. There we go. Okay. So
Looks like you lost a couple riders.
We did lose some riders. No, we were so young.
We lost him in that barrel roll.
Lost them in the barrel roll, that's right. I think we lost Terrence and Star, which I will retrieve in this moment. In the wise words of Hagrid, sorry about that. We got at the very front. Terrence. Bang. Okay, Aravir, you are speeding on ahead, and as you do so, you are going to see what you expected you might see. You see a fallen tree across here. Yep, it's about as it looks. I just need to make my tree real quick. Don't give anything away. Okay, here is what you see. Um, mind that. You hear her sort of saying, "Help, help!" And as you fly through the trees, Aravir, you'll look and see trapped underneath the tree. You are going to see this like old woman, dressed in somewhat elfy clothing, but definitely more druidic in nature, not like traditional part of the Mystic Forest civilization, but more wild. Um, you see her underneath a very heavy fallen tree, sort of trapped underneath it. What do you do?
Do I see anything else or anyone else in the area?
You do not.
Can I see how the tree fell over? Is it splintered like it was old and fell, or does it look cut?
make me a survival check.
14.
14. Let's see. Let's see. That's a great question. Sorry. I can read information. It looks like it was uprooted. Wasn't chopped, it didn't snap. It's like the entire root system of the tree just like ripped up out of the ground and fell over. Very strange.
Interesting.
Not impossible, but you've never really seen a tree fall this way before.
Yeah. Oh man, it could be a trap, but someone's in trouble and needs help, so I'm gonna go down and assume the best, even though I probably shouldn't.
You fly down on Helios. You move against your. This is an elf, by the way, to be very clear. This is a wood elf. This is a wild elf, like your people. She doesn't look to be dressed like she's from any sort of civilized part of the Misty Forest, but alas, she is an elf. You get off of Helios, you run over, and you see she's indeed pinned under the tree. And she goes, and she's speaking in Elvish, of course, and she's going to say, thank you, please help. All of you at this point will come through the tree and see Aravir going over to help this woman who's pinned. What does everybody do?
Yeah.
Land and help out.
Yeah, can I assess like the damage? How injured does this elf lady look?
She doesn't look to be. Make me a medicine check. Right, roll dice.
Medicine.
Also, Ryan, I have something I want to do right away, just when my turn comes.
Sure.
13.
A 13, Terrence. She does not look to be in pain. She doesn't look to be in any sort of terrible pain, but she does look to be pinned. So she looks healthy. That could be different. You have to pull her up to get a proper and full assessment, but she doesn't look to be, like, you don't see pain on her face.
Okay. I assume we can speak to her?
Yeah, but let me hit Sabrosa real quick.
Yeah.
Sabrosa, what did you want to do?
Yeah, the kind of at the end of the description for detect thoughts, it says that you can use detect thoughts to determine if there are any thinking creatures in the area.
That's right. Above what intelligence level?
Above 3.
Above 3. Yeah, you want to do that?
Intelligence. Yeah, for 30 feet around. So can I do that to see if there's anybody lurking about thinking of doing unthinkable things?
Unthinkable things. You do sense. Okay, this is very cool. You sense that the tree that is laying across, like pinned her, the tree itself is an intelligent thinking creature. And you sense 2 other trees around this area are intelligent thinking creatures.
And those are the only thinking creatures that I get within that 30-foot radius.
Yeah, because everything else would be too unintelligent to be detectable.
Interesting. I can't see the other 2 trees from where I am?
No, you can see them. They're in direct line of sight of this. What's the radius?
30 feet.
30 feet, Sabrosa. I'll make you the deal and say it's fine. I will say by coincidence of where you entered the scene, you see the other 2 trees, but as you turn to look at them, they look like normal trees. There's nothing special about them whatsoever.
Okay. And also the very last paragraph says once you detect the presence of a creature in this way, you can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above, even if you can't see it, but it must still be within range. I can only do
Yeah.
that with one. I can only do that with one of them. But can I do it with the tree that's down?
You can, and you can swap it every turn. So if you
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to like, yeah, yeah. You just can only hit one at a time. So the tree that is down, hmm, you basically hear, uh, what relief. They do indeed seem to be heroes.
Oh, okay. So I'll say to the group, this tree is sentient. It's thinking, and there are two others in the close vicinity that are thinking as well. This one's glad to see us. It's glad that we're humanoids.
Hmm.
Uh, can can you speak to the tree?
Oh, I suppose that I can. Um, yeah, I
So
can.
I'm gonna pause right there real quick
Sure.
because while you indeed were like detecting this and reading minds, this all happens very quickly in a couple of seconds.
Sure.
But I've already heard from two people that they want to actively help. What about Shroud and Star? What are you guys doing? Terrence has done medical stuff. Erebir and Ciela are actively trying to help unpin her. What are you two trying to do?
I think Shroud would help unpin too.
Okay.
I would assume Star do the same thing, even though he'd be hesitant, going like, "This seems awfully weird," and just be like, "Okay, fine, I'll help."
Okay. I would. Uh, so it's not going to be with too much effort to the point where I'm not going to make you guys athletics check. All four of you are involved. It's going to be fine. I assume you're not trying to stand the tree back up. You're just trying to unpin this one. So you guys all kind of have like a 1, 2, 3. And you're just able to like lift it just enough that she's like sort of like shimmies herself from under the tree, and then the tree sort of falls back down. And Terrence, having been the medic here, you kind of help her stand to her feet. It takes all of your four effort to lift the tree, knowing that you put yourselves at risk if it shifts against you. But even as you close to freeing the woman, oh, I'm sorry, I'm fully fucking, I'm falling behind it. So as you guys are like 1, 2, 3, the tree actually lifts itself at that point. And so Rosa's like, oh, this thing thinks, and you guys are like 3, and then this tree actively like one of its boughs comes out. You're all like, get step back, and then the tree, oh, lifts itself up and stands itself up, unpinning the woman. The tree rises on its own. And the two other trees that you see, Sabrosa, in this moment sort of unfurl themselves and make them known to be sentient. And you guys will see the 3 sentient trees sort of appear here and there. Your horses kind of bray in fear, and kind of maybe like skitter off a couple of feet, but not so far that they would disappear forever and ever. And the druid woman will stand up. The elf stands and smiles, showing no sign of injury. She goes, "Heroes at last! How many might fall back in fear at the sight of a stranger in the woods, or think first of their own safety before helping another? I grant you my blessing, and your hearts prove true where others fear to tread." The woman picks a flower from her hair that you swear was not there a moment ago, and then twists her finger to weave them into a garland as if by magic. She lays a garland around each of your necks, then suddenly transforms into an owl. And she'll sort of flutter and land on the shoulder of one of the talking trees, and will still speak despite being an owl, and say, welcome to the deep woods, my friends."
Thank you. Maybe get your name?
I forsook my name very long ago. I have none now. I became the self-proclaimed guardian of these woods, and thus require no name, much like the trees and the rats and the ants and the bees.
fine
They call
guardian
me
of the
what you
woods
wish.
works.
Ooh, I like that. But fear not, these garlands are not simply to be pretty. So long as you wear them, you shall remain visible to the spies of the dragon.
So you've encountered the dragon.
Oh yes, oh yes. You are on the right path if you mean to find find the dragon.
Good. Good, that was our intention.
Well, this has been a fine interaction. Enjoy my blessings, and know that the forest walks with you.
Will the did you say the garlands work against the cultists or both the cultists and dragons?
No, no, not the cultists, as you say, but the spies. And
Yes.
then the owl sort of like turns its head and kind of like, sort of like almost waves a wing pointedly and sort of tilts its owly head into one of the boughs of the unanimated trees. And you look on to see like a small squirrel, sort of like looking at the interaction, and then hops away and like hides in a hole in the tree. Says, the dragon has spies within the woods, spies of 4 legs and wings.
Well, this is very helpful. Thank you.
That would explain why the dragon wasn't showing up when we came.
Let's hope it's not too late.
It is never too late. It is good, mighty warriors such as you have come. Now, go fulfill your pledge to the good people, and I will continue to fulfill mine. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you,
That
Guardian.
the owl sort of opens its wings and kind of like dips his head as if in a bow, and then kind of lets out a little like it speaks in a language I don't think any, or actually only you will understand, Ciela, Druidic.
Yep.
And will sort of speak widely to the trees and say something along the lines of, "Very well, my friends. These are heroes, and we need not fear them. Let us wander still." And the trees will all they will all turn from the spot and wander deeper into the misty forest. As it seems, this owl, this guardian of the woods, has bestowed upon you a boon to help you.
Okay. Is that an item we should add?
You can if you wish. It is a simple, it's at least in appearances, seems like a simple garland of flowers, but indeed is blessed by magic that it should hide you from the woodland servants of the dragon, who you know to be named Chuff.
Good. This is quite lucky. We should be on our way.
Agreed.
All right.
People traveling on a team from an item and re-attune to another one.
You will need to take a short rest to do so,
Oh,
as it costs an hour to do so. So you guys can decide to take a short rest if you wish. I can. I think just to be. What pace are you guys moving at?
Probably a fairly brisk one.
A brisk pace. Okay. I think you were told by one of the hunters of a waterfall some 30 miles away from Old Town. So in order to get there in a day, you'd have to move pretty quick. Okay, so you're moving at a fast pace. As I've always said, there is 24 hours in a day. You travel 8 hours a day, and you sleep 8 hours a day, which leaves a full 8 hours for going to the bathroom, taking breaks, resting, so on and so forth. I will say that at some point during these hours, yes, you guys stop for like a lunch break or something. You may reattune.
thank you.
Okay. You guys travel at a brisk pace, running through the woods, making fast to get to the end of your journey. I'm going to stop the screen share for a second because I need to go hunt down something. That's not what I wanted to do. Something else really quick.
Ciela,
Mhm.
can Lyregoth use a wand?
Probably.
I have a wand that she might like. And I'll
If she
present.
doesn't use it, she'll probably enjoy having it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Wand of Winter, and I used it for a long time and really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And I'll hand it over to you to give to Lyregoth. Or I guess if you're with Lyregoth, I'll present it to her.
It's fine.
Is this something you're interested in?
Lyregoth will go. We'll see the wand kind of very carefully on the edge of its talons, like collect the wand and look at it and look at you and kind of be like, it's about time you taught me some magic. You're always promising and never deliver.
Hmm. Yeah, you just have to attune to it. I don't know if you've done that before, but I could show you how.
Fine, show me how.
And maybe while I'm attuning to my bracers of defense, I'll kind of give her the rundown and show her how to attune to the Wand of Winter.
Fantastic. And with that, Lyragoth will indeed attune to the Wand of Winter. Dragons do have opposable thumbs, which is really great for them. They really lucked out in the evolutionary scale of things. And yeah, Lyragoth will be equipped and will seemingly be seem to not be quite as gruff with you anymore, having finally been taught some magic as you've been promising so very often. Fantastic. And you guys will make your way through the wood. And you guys are going to travel for a while, and you're not going to find too much trouble for quite a while. But as I'm just quickly setting up what happens next, would you feel free to do a quick little bout of role play for me, if you don't mind, if anyone has anything to talk about or say to me. Won't be long.
Dara's gonna go to Lyregoth and go like, so what's the first spell you're gonna learn?
Something to do with winter, I think, would be most fitting.
So acid and ice. Yeah, you should make some ice cubes. And then like put acid on the inside. Be a cool little prank on people. Yeah.
But do you think, like, looks back and forth, Star, and then goes, do you think Innervier is trying to embarrass me, make me use the magics of lesser dragons?
No? I don't think so. Dara's just gonna be like, no?
Because it's something that I would do.
Wait, back up. I think I misunderstood.
You don't think, I'm asking you if you think Innervier is trying to trick me into doing something embarrassing, like use magic of lesser dragons?
Nah, she wouldn't. She couldn't do that. She's not like that. Nah. But
you're right, she's far too, what is that word you use for insipid people? Kind?
yeah, I think she's kind. She's not as brutal. She doesn't kill things and stab things as often. So yeah, I think
not
she's
stab, but I do admire her tenacity for cruelty when it comes to battle.
Yeah.
She has turned many people into ash.
Yeah, just like you melt people.
Yes, yeah. I do that.
Yeah. That's why I have this knife. It reminds me of you. I hold up my acid knife.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah. Like, dude, I hold this acid knife as a memory of you, and then I have this ice knife of a dragon, of another dragon, because I remember stabbing him in the chest. It was great.
That does sound very cool. I like the way that you sneak up on people and and murder them in most dishonorable ways. It really-
Yes. I think the only one that was really messed up was that one guy at the beginning of this trip where he was just sleeping and I silently killed him.
I like that one most especially. You should do that more often.
Well, you weren't around, you were still in a shell. But I
Oh,
should do that more often.
you should. You should commit more murders in more crueler and crueler ways. It is entertaining.
Yes, yes. But first we shall learn pranks. We shall learn pranks of how to freeze people and freeze certain things. Just don't ever freeze my tail. That's all I
Is
ask.
is it?
Ciela in earshot of all this?
Uh, I guess I'll leave that up to you, Star. Did you want to have like a private combo with?
A semi-private, but if Ciella's nearby, she might have picked up on the
Stella's
whole.
writing.
We'll say that this happened like during like Aravir's or like all of your lunch break where Aravir's reattuning. But like, yeah, it's within shot. Like if someone cared to like eavesdrop, you could have very easily.
Ciela's
Yeah.
just giving Star a dirty look.
Shit. We'll talk later, Larry.
Why? Why don't you want to talk to me anymore?
Your mom's watching.
Mom, you never let me have any friends.
I didn't say anything.
You're ruining my life.
I know you. You don't let me talk to anyone who shares my interests.
Get out of my room.
Right?
Get out of my room.
It's not a phase.
It's not a phase. God damn it.
Oh,
Murder is my passion.
It is most murder, most foul.
Star thinks of like ways to like.
I
Hey,
think
let's
we've all
tr-
murdered a fair share of people.
Yes, but Star does it most cruelly, and I appreciate that.
Star's like thinking to himself, he's like, I'm going to teach Laragov how to stealth kill.
Yes.
Star usually kills things that are going to kill us first if it was awake. Usually.
Yes. Try to. Doesn't always work. And also teach you the law system of how to escape murder.
Ooh, yes, teach me that one.
Yes, this we'll
I need to
we'll
know
work
how
on
to
this.
keep my most foulest and cruel intentions from my mother's ears.
Yes.
She's far too nosy.
I've noticed. Uh-oh. Star hides.
Ciela's doing what I'm doing.
Yes, I got it.
Yes, we should. I don't know why we haven't been closer friends. I've tried to be friends with Shroud. Shroud is very cruel and violent on the battlefield, but just kind of stares at me.
There might be reasons. I've been trying. But you've never seen behind that mask. It's nightmares. I still have
Oh.
nightmares.
Truly? Shroud's so cool.
He is cool, except for behind the mask.
I wish I could be as scary and terrifying and evil as Shroud.
I don't think Shroud's evil though.
No, Shroud's definitely evil. I'm pretty sure. Didn't you tell me about that one time that Shroud just walked into the palace and murdered somebody?
That we're not supposed to talk about this. Shh.
Right, sorry. That one I whispered so nobody else could hear.
He's like, shh, we don't talk about that one. But yeah, he did. He did.
Why not? I'd be proud of myself if I did something like that.
Oh no, I was super proud of him, but also at the same time, I don't know how he did not get caught. Don't know how he did that.
Probably because he's so scared.
Yeah, that too. All right,
right.
Start.
All right, if you guys are done.
You two are done
Thanks,
plotting
Star.
murders and evil. So you guys will continue to make your way into the forest. You are moving quite quickly. Your passive perception is definitely faltering due to this speed that you have taken in the forest. And as you do so, you guys are getting close to the end of the day as you're continuing to move and move. And all of you, especially Ciela and my two flying mounted individuals, you begin to notice strands of spider web They're not perceivable, but you kind of like after a while feel it sort of build up. You're kind of like, oh, like when you walk through a spider web and you didn't know you walked through a spider web.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that. And you kind of realize like you've got some of it on you. You can't see it very well, but yeah, it's there. You know it's there.
All right, I'm gonna fly down to the others and give them some warning that there's a lot of cobwebs, and I don't know what's ahead, but it might be dangerous.
Those of you on the ground at this point will start to notice it as well, to the point where your horses are kind of like having trouble walking, and you see that you like look down, you see their hooves are like wrapped in spiders' webs, and they're kind of like stepping in it and then like ripping them out, and your characters or your creatures are starting to slow down as you have entered into an area of difficult terrain. It's also worth noting that it is very, very hard to see because the mist has intensified dramatically. You are considered in heavy obscurity and in difficult terrain at this point.
Okay.
Are we in difficult terrain even though we're flying?
Not for you two. Or, yeah, for you two as well, because those strands of spider web are starting to be like a little more difficult to like fly through. It's not debilitating your ability to fly, but it is slowing your creatures down a little bit.
Okay. Can I get above the trees then?
Yeah, you want to fly like these are big trees. You want to fly like some 200 feet above the ground.
Oh, maybe not. No, never mind. I'll stay. Sorry, I didn't realize it was that high up.
No, you're good. All right. You start to begin to realize that the webbing is very moist, and you're not sure. Like the Misty Forest is a very rainy place, and it seems to be growing and growing in that kind of, I'll say it again, moisture. And you're, yeah, something's up. Something's up for sure. Something that might not be too good, in fact. At a certain point, you will come upon a small pool. Uh,
We talking like a jacuzzi, infinity
no.
pool?
Oh shit. No, it's just like a small pool of water, nothing too large. And there's a small rock in the middle. And as you guys find yourself flying in the middle of this like very small grotto in the middle of the forest, um, you start to hear the entire forest begin to creep and crawl. Coming from the trees and the forest itself and appearing from the deep dark mist, you cannot see them, but you can hear them. That like it sounds like hundreds of legs coming out to meet you. And I need everyone to roll initiative as you've entered into the spider brood,
Ooh.
or you've entered into a brood of spiders, giant ones at that.
Why does
And
it always
I
have to
will
be
share
bugs?
spiders. Why always?
I feel like there should be a thing for Star about bugs. Like my sister's been killed by bugs. I've been nearly killed by bugs multiple times. Almost eaten by a frog.
Bugs are mean. That is my only recourse to that.
Stars are like, I'm starting to be afraid of bugs.
They have a lot to be upset about, if you ask me. Okay.
Are spiders considered beasts?
I
They
think
are.
so.
Okay.
Even
Why?
in Baldur's Gate.
I thought your favorite enemy was humanoids.
Primeval awareness says that I can communicate with beasts.
Ah, yes, you can. That is true. That is true.
I am
Right.
also pleased to see a beast.
They're gonna say spider things back though, so be warned. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Seriously, that's the only thing I love about Baldur's Gate was like talking to the spiders. And I hate spiders in real life, but I thought they were hilarious.
They'd be so much better
Yeah.
if you could just get to know them.
Well, it was funny
Oh.
because I remember trying to get to a story, but anyway, go on.
All good. 20 plus. Who rolled 20 plus?
27.
27, 24. Got it. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. How about a 20 to 15?
17.
You're
How
still
about a
at
50?
15, by the way.
I'm not. Let's screen share.
No.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, you can? Oh.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll leave
Uh,
and come back then, because... Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you had a problem with that last time. 20 to 15. Well, give me your initiative first. Okay, 20 to 15. We just did that. 15 to 10.
13.
Where'd you
14.
get some? 13, 14. Oh, air of your own. 13, 40. What do you get, Terrence?
Oh, we're so back. I got a natty 1 for a 2.
A natty 1 for 2. Oh, my boy. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's hop to it. Ciela, you cannot see them, but my God, can you hear them? Spiders and creepy crawlies coming from all angles of the forest, moving right on your direction. Your dragon beneath you becomes sort of prepared for battle. What do you do?
Thinking for a sec. Okay. I'm going to have Lyragoth continue forward as slowly as she can without falling.
So you want her to go 5 feet forward?
Yeah. See if I can spot anything.
You can. Do you have blind sense?
No.
No. So you can't see anything. You're in heavy obscurity. You're completely blind.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Lyragoth if she sees anything.
Yes, I have the eyes of the dragon. You want me to go like fuck one up and then you can shoot with arrows?
We're gonna try to scare them away or make them leave. And if they don't, then we'll murder them.
So what am I doing?
We are going to let me down, and follow our cue.
Why can't we just kill them? And then she'll land, and you can use half your movement to hop off.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't even see Lyragoth as you hop off of her. It is so thick with mist.
Okay. Wish I had something I could do with this. Okay, I'm gonna move backwards towards the others.
Okay.
And just mention to Lyragoth, you can take off in the air again if you want to.
Okay. Can I go kill something?
Soon.
Okay. Like literally just flies 5. Like just sort of flutters into space. It's just like waiting for the allowance to go kill something.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
That's-
Anything?
I'm gonna
Action,
hold my
bonus
action for when the spider appears. I'm going to try to communicate with it.
Okay. So when you see a spider.
Yes.
Okay. To be very clear, you can't see anything in the mist.
Anything
Like
at
you
all.
can't see.
Okay.
You're in heavy. You may as well be in a pitch black room.
Will my goggles work?
Your dark vision goggle? No.
Okay. Okay.
This is mist. This isn't anything to do with darkness. This is just like white wall of mist. You can't see anything.
Okay.
Just close your eyes and trust your gut.
Yep, pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna listen for bigger spider footsteps.
Okay. Make me a disadvantage. Why don't you give me a cardinal direction situation here, Ciela? See
Ahead
the
of
little
me.
guy down here.
So east.
Okay, you're just gonna shoot directly ahead at one of the sounds. Make me an attack at disadvantage.
I'm not gonna shoot.
Oh, you're holding an action to attack something?
No, not attack. Communicate
Okay.
through like sounds and
Oh, sure. So what do you do? What do you say?
I say we're just passing through. We don't want to hurt anybody.
So I'm gonna remind you here for a second. I don't believe they understand your words. They understand your
Actions though.
gestures. and
Yeah, so my
actions.
gesture would be like
They can't see you. There's no gestures.
they can't see us,
you.
so
They're definitely going to see us as food.
yeah. Okay.
Oh wait,
You
are
have
we?
the
Is
innate
that,
ability. What?
is that official? They can't see us.
You can't see them, so they might not be able to see you. You don't know.
Well, just in case they can. Yeah, make the motion.
Your innate ability to communicate with beasts, they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Those sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action. So if you want to use your action to essentially, like, frankly, yeah, start making like chittering noises like a spider,
Mhm.
to try and communicate an idea, you can. Mind you, it's got to be a simple idea. So
Yeah.
what would that be?
Peace.
What?
Peace.
Okay.
Like we mean you no harm.
Yeah, I'm just checking something here. I'm gonna give you some information before we move forward. So you learn of their emotional state. Their emotional state is hungry. That's basically it. Hungry. They do not seem, as far as you can tell, they're not affected by magic. I want to confirm that though. Sorry, this module's kicking my butt today. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, they're not affected by any magic as far as you can tell. Their short-term needs are for food, lots and lots of food. And what action could you take to persuade them not to attack? I think you have one of two, as you're sort of chittering with them and trying to communicate to them, and it basically communicates the simple idea of like hunger, you are meat for the brood. You sense that the actions, if you were to take any actions to persuade it not to attack, you would either need to make it a significant offering of alternative food presently, not something to go find, but something to presently eat that is not you. That is probably easier to catch than something armed, or prove that you're not a motherfucker to be dealt with. You do have a dragon. So I would say it's either through intimidation or bribery with significant amounts of food. Can't hear you.
I wonder who can create significant amounts of food.
Hmm.
And I'll say that out loud.
Huh.
Do you have a bonus action?
I do have a bonus action. Let's do a quick check on something. No, I don't have anything I can use.
Okay.
They're hungry.
Lyregoth goes, so
Are they vegetarians?
No.
Ah. Okay.
they're definitely carnivorous. Lyregoth goes,
What do you think, Terrence?
I can try.
They're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
eat
say that's
bread.
all the I'm gonna
Okay.
say that's all the communication you get is 6 seconds.
Okay. And I'm not gonna say anything else because Lyra off. But that's okay.
Okay, so Lyregoth will just like is gonna hold an action to acid breath anything that it might attack. her.
Yep.
Aravir, similarly, you are like, this is your situation. You can't see, you can barely see the feathers on the back of Helios's neck. What do you do?
But I hear Terrence and Ciela talking, right?
Yeah.
So I will also hold an action to attack when I hear attack sounds. I'll hold a chill touch.
All right. To just kind of attack where a sound might be coming from, basically.
Yeah, if it sounds like attack sounds, though. If it sounds like
Okay.
negotiations, I wouldn't want to attack.
Understood. Shroud. From the back of your horse. Oh, you want it to be in the middle. Let me just do a little quick switcheroo here real quick. You are behind Terrence. You certainly hear the conversation that is had. What do you do?
I think I'm going to hold an action to attack in case they come up on us. Because you said that's like, we're pretty much blind, right?
Yeah, you're blind.
Yeah, so I'll like ready an attack.
All right, understood. If anyone's, just to like really emphasize how foggy it is, if anyone's seen, what's that one Leo movie where it's like, oh, Gangs of New York. If anyone's ever seen Gangs of New York, like the very end when Leo's fighting Daniel Day-Lewis and it's like super misty, he can't see anything, and then like Buddy just kind of like appears out of the mist and cuts him. Like it's like that. You can't see anything until it's like at all, really. Like you could barely see like a hand swipe out of the mist and hit you. It's that misty. So moving right along, Sabrosa, you are in a similar situation.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to make you rehash all this. So I obviously I can't see them. I get that part. Did it sound like when they were coming in? It sounds like they're coming in from all around, or from a particular direction.
It sounds like there are enormous spiders and perhaps other creatures closing in on you from all directions.
From all directions. Okay. I'm going to hold. If I hold an action to cast a spell, I have to declare that spell, and then I lose the spell slot anyway, right?
If it doesn't go off before the start of your next turn, yes, you lose the spell slot.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to take the dodge action. No bonus action. And nobody else is moving right now? I'm in line and nobody's moving?
It sounds like Ciela's talking to Terrence and everybody seems to be like holding as everything closes in around you.
Yeah, so I'm not going to take any movement. I'm going to take the dodge action as my action, and I'm not going to take a bonus action.
You're not taking a bonus action, you're holding what action, sorry?
No. I'm going to take the dodge action this round.
Oh, gotcha. You just take the dodge action. Okay, that'll bring us to spiders. I'm going to stop the screen share and keep the music going, but I will narrate as things go. I'm trying to work better on heavy obscurity and invisibility because that's hard to emulate. Okay, what happens? Let's see. They come closing in. Okay, they all begin to close around you, and they sort of begin to slow at a certain point, and you all begin to hear like a strange sound, like it sounds like a sort of like a wet, like body sound, like they're producing something sort of slippery. You hear this like, and then it's like a sort of like shooting sound, and they're gonna fire a barrage of webs at you guys. But they are still closing. Still closing. All right. This one's happy there. This one's happy there. This one's going to move over here. This one's going to move there. This one's going to move over there. This one's probably happy right here. And Spider-Man. Okay, let me start going down the line.
Shoot.
Star, something big sort of shoots over your head.
Okay.
And is that going to be 23 to hit?
Yeah.
Something hits you and then like swings and wraps around your body, and you are restrained on top of your horse as you are covered in webbing.
Great. Lovely. Always happens to me.
This always happens. Sabrosa, whatever was going to hit you misses. You hear similarly something goes over your head. You don't know what it was, but something went over your head.
Okay.
And then something else is going to go over your head. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
18 does hit, but is that with the... Oh, I'm sorry, is that me?
That's you, Sabrosa.
Yeah. Was that with the dodging included?
That was with the dodging and cruising. It canceled.
All right.
Yeah, you can't.
So yeah, that hits.
You are restrained as you are wrapped in webbing. This one is for Shroud. Mighty Shroud, 17. Hits your shield. Your shield's covered in webs, but you're fine. This one... is going to shoot at you as well. Misses entirely. Another one sort of goes over your head. These guys, huh? Big, mean, nasty, scary. This one's for you, Ciela. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You're wrapped up in webbing. How far is this guy? How far is this guy? Quite a ways away. This is for you, Terrence. That is going to be a 17, which I believe misses.
That'll miss.
Will miss. This one is going for the dragon. 20 will hit, and Lyragoth sort of falls out of the air as Lyragoth is tangled in webs, but only 5 feet and lands on her feet. And in anger is just going to acid breath into the dark in that direction. And unfortunately is only going to catch one of them in her line. It makes its dex save, but is very, very, very fucking dead with 30 points of damage. This one's going to get over here. We already got you, Ciela. This one is going to just... I think these guys are all just going to take the deck. I'm just going to try and close distance. To get to here. This one runs to here. This one dashes over to here. And this one's just going to move through the wood over to here. And that is that. I'm going to increase all of the mist. And we are going to come to Star's turn.
Since I heard some attacks, that would trigger my action.
Yeah, if you think Erebor would have considered that, you most certainly can. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
And, like, can I still hold on to it, though? Because I want to see if Terrence's food will convince him.
You said you were holding for an attack sounding trigger. If that would have sounded like an attack for Erebor, then I would say, yeah, you gotta let it off.
Okay, sure, I'll let it off then, and to the closest creature that I heard.
Plotus chittering.
Yeah.
Closest sort of all these, and it is like a barrage of them. In that moment, you hear like, and you just like pick the closest one and fire. Go ahead and make a disadvantage attack.
Okay. 12.
12 does not hit, I'm going to say. You kind of hear it sort of splint, sort of crackle across the ground on the floor below. I think it's quite fitting that the Princess of the Misty Forest is using aerial tactics, because that is what the Wood Elves do. They sit in the boughs of trees and attack the ground below. So I think it's very interesting that you're up there. Okay, Star, you're up to bat. You are stuck to your horse. You can't see. What do you do?
Can I slice myself out?
Let me see. You most certainly can try. Make me an attack roll at disadvantage on your webs.
Cut myself out, please. Disadvantage 9 plus. I'm using my white dagger to spend probably. Dirty 20.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. There's no sneak attack for this. Or damage roll.
Damage. Okay. Wait,
Sorry.
There's damage on webs?
Yeah, there is. There's damage on webs. They have health.
Damn them. Well, I don't get sneak attack, so 9.
9. You put your dagger under the webs, and you pull on it, and it cuts the webbing, and you free yourself out of the webbing. It costs you your action, but you are free of your webs.
Yeah, but still, ick. And he's like pulling out web out of his fur, and he's just like, ugh.
You have movement. You have bonus action. Your horse can move. What would you like to do?
Well, the problem is I can't see nothing.
That's right. You can only hear what's going on. I will say, back the way you came, like directly behind you, you don't hear any spider chittering or anything like that.
Okay. And I don't know where that webbing came from because it came over my head. I am going to make my horse move forward and make sure I'm next to someone. I'm assuming I'm next to someone.
Yep. You can move your horse up, like, let's say, oh god, you're a little stuck here. Let me fix you up. You move forward about 5 feet, and you can sort of feel Sabros's horse kind of come up next to yours.
Okay. I am just going. I can't hold my bonus action, can I? So
Can't hold the bonus action. Sorry.
Nope. I'm not gonna shoot wildly because I don't want to hit someone. So yeah, I think I'm just going to. I can't even go in stealth.
I mean, you kind of can.
Can I?
The line of sight is very broken right now in this moment.
True. I guess I'll try to go into stealth. My horse
Okay.
won't be stealth, will it?
Nope, your horse will not be stealthy, that's to be sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. You know what? Just because I know the horse is not going to be in stealth mode, can I get off said horse and just go into stealth?
Yes, you can. As you jump off of your horse, you feel your paws sort of stick to the ground as you have sort of entered into a mostly webbed ground, but that's just difficult terrain. So where do you want to move? Do you want to move away from the party backwards, or do you want to move like deeper into where the party is situated? Or somewhere else?
I'm gonna move towards the tree. I'm gonna regret myself. Yep.
Okay, you move towards the tree. Make me a stealth check to try and make yourself seem small.
Well, it's reliable, so I can plus 10 that. 25.
25. You are very stealthy in this moment. You sort of like maybe you just kind of like grab onto the tree like cat way, like with your paws up, and you just kind of like hold yourself tight against the tree and try and keep as stealthy as possible.
It's the end of my turn because I can't do nothing.
Okay, I will re-enter into non-site-based screen share for a moment, as it is the Ettercap's turns. Don't worry about what that thing is, but it's me. Okay. Okay. We got some people to deal with. You're restrained. You can always feed them your horses. Never mind.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Let's see how far can you bring this thing. Okay, this one is for Helios. Aravir.
Not Helios. How far
Not
up the-
Helios. Not Helios. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. How far off the ground am I?
You were, I had you at like 25 feet off the ground.
Okay. And I'll reaction cast Butterfly on Helios and me.
Okay. You guys will, while Helios is restrained, you two will lightly come to the ground, no damage done, and you'll land on your feet. And you can still be on Helios' back.
Sweet.
Good move. But Helios is indeed restrained. I think we still have a unwebbed shroud, so let's deal with that. See if we can't make that not a thing. This is for you, Shroud. Again, a miss. You are one mighty robot. Ciela, are you tied up at all?
Tied up like in webs?
Are you webbed? Yeah, are you webbed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're webbed. I think everyone... Terrence, are you webbed? Nope. My big shield people. It was such big shield energy. Okay, this one's for you there, Terrence. Miss. Not worth talking about. I've shamed my whole family that roll. This one is going to come out of the woodworks. This is again for you, Shroud. There we go. Hell, it is a 21.
Yes, that hits.
That hits. You are restrained. Let's see if we can't get that shiny boy. This is for you, Terrence. 16. I don't think does the job. Another one coming your way, Terrence. 15. Doesn't hit. I think that's all of my baddies, leaving Aravir, the horses, and Terrence. The only people not webbed right now. And I will turn the screen share back on.
I think Star cut himself
Star's
free
doing
from
all
the
right.
webs.
That's right. Star's
Yeah,
doing all
Star's
right.
in a tree, just holding onto a dear tree.
Star is a cat in a tree. Okay. Star. Starry.
It's
We
my
already
turn
did your
again.
It's Terrence's turn.
It's Terrence's turn.
I was about to say.
Terrence, you are restrained. You have been hit. You are strapped onto your horse, like it or not. What do you do?
I'm not restrained.
You're not restrained. Never mind. There was no web of this force that could defeat you. What do you do?
Ciela, I hope you're right about this. I'm gonna cast create food and water, probably 30 feet in front of me, at the edge of the spell's range.
Got it. And it's meat, I assume, right?
Yeah, it just says you create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
It doesn't say inside containers.
It says on the ground or inside containers.
Understood. So water just kind of across the ground, because that's what water does. But more importantly, this holy meal of salted pork, but not salted because it's flavorless, I believe. But
It's impossible meat.
It's impossible meat. That's right. Gluten-free, meat-free, flavor-free, everything free meat.
That's how they make it work in the Forgotten Realms.
That's right. A humongous pile of the most flavorless roasted pigs you have ever tasted will sort of appear. And it would smell good if it weren't so flavorless. But luckily, spiders are not super big into flavor, so it doesn't matter. You do so. Free all of this food, Terrence. There's sort of like a halt. Not a halt, but like an uncertainty in all the creatures ahead. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Terrence?
I might use my horse's movement to like back up a little bit to kind of keep us grouped up. I think that's for the best in this situation for us to stick together.
Okay. We'll see you back up. How far do you want to back up? Do you like really
not
want to back
far.
up?
Maybe 5 feet. 5, maybe 10.
Yep. Yeah, well, maybe
10
10
feet's
feet
good.
back. Yeah, and you can sort of feel Shroud's horse a little spooked, kind of nuzzling up next to your leg at this point. You know that you're pretty close to your friends.
And
well
that
done.
is my action.
Yep.
And I don't have a bonus action at this time that I need to use.
Okay. Ciela, it is your turn. There are spiders in the mist. There is, you hear Terrence's call for food. You've heard the incantation many times. I believe he does it almost every day. You know that the food has been brought here, and you feel a slight change in the mood of the spiders. It's gone from hungry to hungry and uncertain.
Okay. Ciela is going to wild shape into a spider.
Okay.
And
A little spider? Little baby spider?
yeah, I guess. Something big and something that they can see. So maybe a wolf spider.
They cannot see you, my friends.
If they're within 10 feet.
Uh,
Because they have blind sight, don't they?
well, you won't have blind sight as a spider because you won't be Ciela anymore. You won't have your senses in.
Well, I'm gonna blind sight or not blind sight, wild shape into a spider.
Okay.
And I'm Can I smell the food?
So you turn into a tiny, tiny spider. Nobody really notices you do this. But as you do so, I'll give you here. Use your action. And to be clear, this is an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so use your full action to turn into a spider.
Yes.
You can sense the food, but not smell it. You suddenly, like, as you turn small and your little spider feet sort of cling onto the web, you can feel the vibrations, much like a tremor, and you can kind of see the whole battlefield at this point. So I'm going to zoom out as the mist goes away for you, and you can kind of see the entirety of the battlefield as clear as day, anything touching the ground. And you do feel the legion of tasteless pig and all of the spiders sort of gathered around, closing in on your position.
Did the water just splash over Lyrakoth?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna
So what do
skitter
you
over to the
do?
food to indicate,
Okay.
hey, this is food.
Okay.
And
you do so.
in my spidery way, I'm gonna make little spider noises while I eat.
What are spider noises?
Just a chittery noise.
Okay. I want you to make me. You're a ranger, so I'm not going to give you disadvantage because essentially, when you make your primeval awareness spells, you're trying to like emulate spider.
Yeah.
So I will say for that reason, I will not give you disadvantage on this check. I want you to though make an animal handling check. DC is a little high because they just got attacked and acided,
Yep.
and they're
I rolled a
aware of
natural
danger.
18 and a +9 for animal handling. So 27.
27. Okay, so let me ask the rest of the party this. As Terrence has said this incantation for food, you all heard Ciela asking for that. Would you guys hold fast and see what the spiders do on your various turns to move things along, or do you want to like take actions on your turn?
I think I would still try to get free of the webbing.
Okay.
I would try to free Helios too.
Okay. Okay, so you two are going to fight against the webs.
Star is after the spiders, so I'm not going to really be doing much. I'm going to probably just hold fast to the tree.
Okay,
Look
just
at my
buckle
surroundings.
yourself to the tree. Okay. Trying to decide how they would take that. I'm gonna roll an even odds. You guys are like not holding still, and you're like struggling against them. Them being sort of wild beasts. As you can imagine, like you're facing down a tiger, sudden movements might irritate it. Similar to this fact, you know, you're their prey and you're struggling in this moment. In fact, it might excite them, as that's how they know that food is ready to be eaten. So I'm gonna roll an even odds to see if the spiders let your attempts of freedom go away, or if it asks them to fight. You two go ahead and make me. Well, actually, we're gonna just go down the line because initiative will continue. So we were at Ciela's very spidery turn. Next turn was Erebir. Erebir, I want you to make me a. Where is it? If you want to try and get it, are you trying to cut it off, or are you just trying to like rip it apart? Like, how are you intend to try and get it off of Helios?
I'll try to cut it off.
Okay, make me an attack roll with your sword. So you draw your sword, and you start cutting.
24. Does that have to be a disadvantage though?
I'll let this one go. This one's fine because you can like grab onto it and feel it, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, 24 then.
24, then yes. Roll me an attack roll.
Damage is 11.
Damage is an 11. You cut Helios free. Is there a bonus action or movement?
I'll bonus action Blade Song.
Okay, you go into a blade song. Yeah, very much these local spiders are not at all happy about Erebir's behavior and continue their assault. What does Helios do?
I just want to remount Helios, and I'll have him take the dodge action.
Okay, you were already mounted to Helios because of feather fall. It would have like protected you from falling off, so you're good. So Helios will just turn and kind of protectively take the dodge action. Shroud, you are restrained. What do you wish to do?
I want to try and wiggle free.
All right, make me a strength check, just a flat strength check. It's just about pure raw strength, no athletics.
Okay. Oh, I wish it was better. Yeah, there's that. A 22.
22, you rip yourself free. Is there a movement? Is there a bonus action?
I don't think so. I think just given like the limited visibility. I think that's it.
Okay. Sobrosa,
Yeah.
you're trying to get free too.
I am trying to get free, but I'm just now realizing that I don't really have any cutting instruments on me. I do have, and I can't cast anything with a somatic component, right?
No, you can still cast. It's just more difficult to move. Like your fingers are all there and you're useful and you can cast spells. It's just that it's like really hard to move. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls and attack rolls have advantage against you.
All right.
You can't move.
I'm going to. This is bad. Sorry, guys, but character decision. I'm gonna try to move away from, like, steer my horse away from the group a little bit, whatever direction I might think that is.
Do you
Just
want
so
to
that,
steer into the fray, away from the fray?
I guess I'm trying to steer, I guess, away from the fray, but more like primarily away from the party.
Okay. You will. Why don't we say, because your horse has got 30 feet, you just kind of move right back and out of the fight and further away because it's a little. Or actually, I'll let you decide. You want to go like here?
I think that she
Or
would
do
have
you wanna
stopped
go-
once she thought she was like 10 feet away from everybody, probably.
Does that include the? Okay, so let's put you back here. Like, there you go. You think you're like 10 feet away from everybody?
Yeah, that works. All right. And then I'm going to try to cast the sword burst cantrip to get myself out.
Sword burst, very interesting. Go ahead and roll me damage.
11 total damage.
Okay, that will definitely get you free of your webs. Do you get to specify who your enemies are?
I don't believe so. That's why I tried to move away from everybody. All other creatures within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Your
Or
horse
take.
will fail the dex save and take the damage.
Okay. All right. All right, so now I'm free.
10 damage, you said?
11.
11, got it. Roll me an animal handling check as your horse tries to buck you off.
Right. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay,
the
horse starts to like freak out, and you like hold onto the reins tightly, and you're able to bring it back under control.
All right. Now, I guess how far away did I move? No, I'm just gonna try and stay still, actually. So I think that's it. I think once I'm free of the webs, I'm just gonna try and stay still and not do anything.
Okay, understood. That will bring us to Hello Spiders, and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that with the screen share off because nobody can see. Okay, I'm gonna move from the back to the front here. No. No. Yes. Yes. These guys are right in melee, so they're gonna just what are they gonna do? They're gonna try and bite Helios. These two spiders. Here. They will have an advantage because they can see there's Helios. Helios can't see them. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits, yeah.
All right. I need 2 con saves from Helios, please and thank you.
Con saves, okay. Oh, the first one's an 8. And the second one's an 18.
Okay. Helios is going to take 5 damage piercing damage from the first bite. And the second bite is going to be 6 piercing damage. But Helios is going to take some poison damage.
Did Helios partake in the hero's feast?
Helios
Yeah,
did partake
Helios
in the
did.
hero's feast, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Very good catch. Let's see how. Oh yeah, these guys can get theirs back. So let's go get. Who's all webbed up? Shroud's hidden, so they don't know where Shroud is. Or sorry, a Star. Shroud is freed. They'll go get Shroud's horse because horses are tasty. And this one's gonna go get Star's horse because horses are tasty. This is for your horse, Star.
Not my horse.
Oh yeah, your horse, yummy. That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
I assume so. I don't know his hit points.
All right, let me go pull up a riding horses. I think you're all on riding.
AC is 10.
10, yeah.
Oh, the. I'm gonna pull
Totally
that up
hits.
anyway because I need to track.
Poor
So that's gonna be how much damage is your?
Well, we got a
11
+8 right on the horse or something
+8.
because of someone's ability.
Do you mean maximum hit points?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Keep track of that. So that's gonna be 7 points of damage to your horse.
Okay.
Okay. Shroud, your horse, gets attacked for well above its AC. Natural 19. And your horse is going to take 11 points of damage, but also partook of the meal, so we'll have +8 to its maximum points.
+10.
+10. Very good. So 11 damage, your horse is still alive. How did this one back here do? I'm showing that. Oh well. This one is going to. Oh yeah, you're all webbed up, aren't you, Terrence? This one's gonna try and web your horse.
I am
actually,
not
Terrence.
webbed up.
Oh. How are you not webbed up?
You missed.
Right, I just
All
missed
the rolls
100
against
times.
me.
That's right.
I've been
No,
missed.
yeah, I did miss all the attack. This one's going to attack you again. Give it a shot. Why not? That is a natural 20.
I think that'll hit.
But luckily you're just webbed and not damaged. You're like double restrained. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what that means. And then it's going to approach your horse. That will be that one's turn. They'll close in for a snap. So that's those guys. Ooh, I gotta do this one back here. Doesn't do so. It's going to scurry in. It's going to attack your horse, Terrence. That is going to be a 13 to hit your horse. That's going to be 8. It's going to be 11 points of damage to your horse.
Okay.
All right. Who else we got? Who else we got? All of these spiders, I think, are scared of a big mean dragon. Just breathe acid. But they want our food. So this one is going to take some food and scurry back into the forest. So basically the spiders start stealing your food a little bit there, Ciela. And some of them start taking it and leaving. Those who can manage to grab some and scurry away well enough will do so. This one will come about to here. Let's see how these guys are all doing, because they're scared of that big old mean dragon. Oh, who never took a turn? Okay, we'll just make life easy and save another acid breath, because we recharged on that. And another spider is dead. I think all of these guys are going to see if their webs refill. Those guys already have their webs. So there's going to be 4 web shots at. Oh, she's still restrained. They don't care. Didn't seem to stop it though. We're gonna roll a little intimidation check. Okay. These particular spiders, however, because they're a little too far away to like get in and out without being hurt, are all just gonna charge and try and tear Lyregoth apart to the best of their ability. Because that's what you do when you're a family. You kill stuff together.
That's what Vin Diesel taught us.
Damn right, family. That's fine. This one gets to here. This one gets to here. Okay, that is going to be 5 attacks on Lyregoth at advantage. I've got Lyregoth's block out. I'm just going to do them all at once. Hit. Miss. Miss. Hit. And hit. 3 hits, 2 misses. So that's going to be 9, 16, 17, and that is going to be 19 damage to Lyregoth, and Lyregoth cackles at the idea of that being a major threat. Okay. I think I'm largely done with my spiders. So let me just bring things up for Star. Star, you are clinging to your tree. You are a very scared cat person. There are lots of spiders in the woods. You hear them all around you, and I mean all around you, like 5 to 10 feet off. Your horses are freaking out. You're blind. They're making all kinds of and your horses are screaming in pain and fear. It's a fucking nightmare. If you could possibly visually imagine being in that situation, what do you do?
There is no way of me telling that the spider could be next to me, is there? Even though I can
You
see it.
You can hear them, so you can't see them, but like I think at this proximity, you're pretty sure that they're there.
Just reach a hand out, then you'll be sure.
It's so furry. Why is it furry?
Sorry. Wait, I am furry. I can't tell what fur is. It's like touching fur. It's like
Is that you, horse?
Is that you, horse? Just stab my horse. Does it feel muscular or does it feel spiny?
Well, you're pointing at the tree right now.
I am going. I can tell where my horse is, though, right? He's like right there. I just left him.
Yeah. You can hear your horse screeching in pain because it's having chunks of it ripped out of it. So yeah, you're pretty aware of its presence.
All right, I'm going to stab where I think is next to my horse.
Got it. So you kind of like pop 5 feet across the tree. Make me an attack roll as a straight attack roll because you have advantage, but you're blind, so they cancel each other out.
Okay. Let's hopefully I can hit this on the first go around. 11 plus 11 is 22.
22 will hit. You will get sneak attack because there is an ally within 5 feet of your enemy.
Oh, yours. Oh my god. And this was the white tooth dagger as well. So.
Yep, you just do standard damage for that one.
Okay.
This is not an agent.
Oh my god, there's 8 D6s? Wait, did we level up? No, just I'm blind. Why are there 8?
You're getting stronger.
I need to buy more dice.
Leveling up faster than you can buy dice.
Didn't I tell you to buy those dice?
I know. Alright, that is exactly 8 dice. I needed D4, I believe. Yes. Alright. Let's just roll and see what we do. Oh my god, so many things. Okay. Let me get the calculator out. Calculator. 2 plus 4. 6. So total damage is 35 with sneak attack.
35 damage. That is a dead spider. You sink your blade into its thorax and rip backwards. You hear the acid burn across your blade, and the spider just sort of falls over, and it's all of its arms kind of sort of like rigor mortis into itself.
Ew.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? As you've saved your horse, your faithful steed.
I'm just like, I pat Apple, and I'm just like, it's okay, Apple. Yep, you hang in there. I'm gonna go back into hiding. Close. I retrace my steps and grab onto the tree and go back into stealth.
All right, maybe a stealth check.
All right. I'm just gonna keep going back in stealth and keep murdering these things. 17 plus 15 is 32.
32. You think you're pretty dang stealth. You can feel the webs on your hands.
Yeah.
And you probably know that spiders can feel the vibrations along the webs, but you are such a skilled rogue that you're able to hold onto them and move across them without moving them too intensely. And you are delicate, much like a monk, on like moving with care, and you are invisible to the spiders on their webs.
Nice.
Very cool, Star. Very cool of you. All right. Time for no more screen share because we are going to go to the Ettercap turn. And nobody knows what's going on there.
I don't know what an ettercap is.
I know. That's good. That's a good thing. For me, anyway.
Some kind of mushroom.
Probably. Who knows? Okay, Terrence. Your horse is about to get webbed. Hopefully. Or maybe he will. I don't know. Yep, definitely gets hit, beats its 11. Your horse is restrained. Let's see how these guys do. Yep. This one's gonna run to here. He's gonna take a shot at you, Terrence, because you are Mr. Invincible.
I mean, I am webbed.
Well, your horse is webbed. Or no, he got you on the nat 20, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And then he did get your horse. Your horse is webbed as well. Sorry, I'm having a hard time keeping track. I think this guy will actually just kind of... Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, never mind. I take that all back. He's just going to go grab some food and run away. I think is what this guy's going to do. He goes, yum, grabs some food, and he goes running off from the forest.
That would be smart. You kill my horse, I'm going to be mad.
Yep, fair enough. This one grabs some food and runs away. That guy used his web. So these two guys don't have their webs. So they're going to run and fight. This one's going to run to here. This one's going to run to here. Let's see. Oh boy. Is your both you and your horse webbed, Terrence? Okay. I think it's a little greedy. It wants the horse, I'm afraid. But we'll give you one claw and one attack. So one claw, or the bite is going to be for you, Terrence, and the claw is going to be for the horse. So this is for the horse, claw. That will hit the horse. Well above 11. That is going to be 8 points of damage to your horse, which I believe is still alive. Just barely hanging on, though.
Should have 4 points of health left.
Okay, understood. And then is going to reach up and try and bite you, Terrence. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
To beat it. It's going to be 5 piercing damage. And their poison isn't working on you for some reason. Not that they know that.
Crazy.
Crazy. This one ran over to attack your horse shroud. It's going to do the same thing, I think. You're not webbed at all, are you, Shroud?
Mm-mm.
So it's just going to lay into your horse. It's going to do a bite. It's going to start with a bite on your horse. That's a
Rude.
natural 20.
Oh.
That's going to be 16 points of damage on your horse. It reaches up with its teeth and rips your horse's throat out. And your horse falls to the ground dead, and you fall pinned under it. Not pinned, but you fall to the ground up beside it.
Cool.
Do I use Revivify on a horse?
It is going to claw attack at you now, Shroud, now that you're on the ground. Make me a animal handling or athletics check. It's your choice, Shroud, to see if you landed prone or not.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna use athletics for sure. That's 23.
Yeah, you land on your feet just fine, and this claw comes out of the dark to hit you, and just scrapes across your armor. No damage.
Rude.
Rude. Yeah, definitely rude. These guys don't have their stuff back. And this one run to get into range. Yeah, this one's gonna run to attack Lyragoth. And this one's gonna run and collect some food and run away with it. So these are for Lyragoth. That one's a hit with a bite. And that's a hit with a claw. So Lyragoth is gonna take 5 points of piercing damage. And from the bite, that's going to be a whopping 4 points of piercing damage from the bite. Lyragoth's doing just fine, but is slowly having chunks pulled out of her. And we will return to Terrence's turn presently as I open back up the screen share. Terrence Marigold Jr., you hear the sounds of horses screaming in pain and fear around you. You hear the sound of your horse freaking out as monsters are tearing into your horse. What do you do?
I can charm them if I could see them, but it's so dense here. So I am going to remain webbed, and
Okay.
I'm going to cast Wind Wall.
Wind Wall!
I'm going to make like a dome around where I know me and Shroud to be, and make like a half oval.
Okay. Half oval. Give me the specifics about feet stuff.
It is 50 feet in length, 50 feet long, 15 feet high, 1 foot thick.
Okay, and you can sort of make that.
I can shape the wall any way I choose, as long as it's one
Fantastic.
continuous path.
Got it. So why don't we do something like that's only 40 feet. Don't worry, we can fix this. 45. Extend that a little extra. How's like that?
A little more centered in front of me.
A little more centered in front of you. Okay. Oops. Like that?
Like rotated a bit.
Oh, okay. You want to get that spider in there.
Yeah.
So something like that, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. That works.
Okay. Oh, I'm up a tree. That's why that distance is so fucked up.
Let's get. I'm good with the first point. Let's make the other side a little more lengthy. Actually, no. Wait,
Back.
that.
Keep in mind, you can't see total. You can
Right,
hear,
yeah.
so you kind of know. So here,
Yeah.
why don't I help
Yeah,
you out?
that works.
We could do something like this and kind of surround you and your allies with it, kind of like that. How would that
Yeah.
be? Oh shit, that's up in the air. Why is that
That's
up in
kind
the
of
air?
why I said that we should stick together.
Yeah. There we go. How is something like that? Shit, sorry, I'm having a little trouble placing it. Give me a moment.
Yeah, that works.
Fantastic. It's a little rough, but we're gonna work with it. Oh my god, that was insane. Why would you do that? I feel like that thing just punched me in the face. Oh my god. Okay, we all know what's going on. The pointer doesn't know what's going on, but we know what's going on. There. Perfect. Stay. Okay. This wall of wind fires up in all directions, and I believe it clears mist, right? It clears wind.
Yes. Strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay.
Okay. Okay.
Mist
I don't think this
is
is
like
going to clear
fog.
yeah, I don't think this is going to clear the whole forest, but it's certainly going to clear this. It's fine. I'm going to be a little extra generous and say that it like clears out this portion of the map, in large, and all the wind is sort of like cyclones around, and the mist kind of finds itself being pushed at bay, and it opens up the space, and you guys can truly finally see what is going on in the field of battle. And you guys realize just how you're kind of surrounded in the moment. But well done, Terrence. And
Well, also,
yeah, go ahead.
Each creature in its path when it appears has to make a strength save.
Oh boy, what's your DC?
19.
Big game moves, 19. Failure, 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 failure. And then these guys. Failure, failure, and failure. Every single one fails. You're like, I imagine Terrence has this like, enough! Ah! And then this wind billows out. It hits all of them. They're all lifted up off of the ground. A web goes flying through the air and is cut up above. What happens to them?
They all take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no. 17 bludgeoning damage. Anything else?
That's it. Just
They're all-
17 or half as much on a success.
Got it. We'll say all of this debris and sticks get caught up in the wind wall, much like a hurricane, and they're as they manage to hold onto the ground with their sticky feet, they are bludgeoned heavily by everything that is coming their way, if not the wind itself, creating a massive vacuum of pressure that rocks and rolls. Well done, Terrence. What a fucking power move. All right, and I am complete. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is my action. Can't cast any bonus action spells. I believe that is everything.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm not gonna move. I'll use my bonus action to harness divine power, get a 3rd level spell slot back.
Fair enough. Okay, Ciela, your spider tactic worked on some of them, but I think you would well know from your own spider instincts and the sounds in the web that the swaying of your party members and the struggle of your party members either made the spiders feel threatened or excited for a meal, and neither was good. What do you do?
I'm going to crawl onto Lyragoth's back and drop wild form, wild shape.
Okay. That will be it takes
It's 20 feet
not
of
very
movement.
fast as a spider, yeah. But yeah, you crawl up onto Lyragoth's back. Lyragoth has too much going on to care about a tiny spider. We turn back into Ciela.
And then I'm going to use my short sword to cut Lyragoth free.
Okay, make me an attack roll or strength check, your choice. You're using a
It's
short sword.
21 to hit.
Hit damage.
Sorry, at advantage?
Nope,
Oh,
just roll the
damage. Damage. Okay,
Damage.
that is a d6 plus 5. That is 11 damage.
You cut Lyra Goth free in this moment. You slice your blade down her scales because they are very hard, and you just you harm her not even slightly, and you cut free all the webs.
And then I'm gonna whisper, let loose.
And Lyra Goth will be like, "Ah!" It's just gonna roar with like absolute partially pride, like a sort of like, how dare you like attack me, a great dragon, and ferocity for her struggle and her frustration. She rolls a 14 for the intimidation, and then it's going to indeed cut loose. She's gonna make some attacks. Let's attack this one. I'm just gonna get my way. The first bite snaps and misses. The next one hits for the 15. Doesn't quite kill the creature, but I bet the next one does. We'll say that the bite was not to insult Lyra Goth's pride. Lyra Goth sort of, like, the bite is sort of like a into the air and then like snaps at the one spider and sort of retracts a little bit, and then Lyra Goth jumps up onto her hind legs and just like dives down their two claws and like rips the spider in half and just tears it apart. Incredible. That's going to bring us to Erivir's turn. Erivir, what do you and Helios do?
I can finally see, which is incredible. I'll attack the, I guess the spider closest to me with a green flame blade.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, it's a 16 to hit.
16 will hit. What is some damage?
So 13 plus 2d8. So plus 6.
What was the total, sorry?
13 plus 6 is
19.
19. Sorry. And
No,
then,
you're totally good.
And then it'll jump. The flame will jump to the creature 5.
Do you want to hit the purple weird creature or the spider?
I guess the spider.
Okay, go for it.
And that's 16.
16 damage. That is another dead spider. You sort of stick your blade into the first one, and fire sends down your blade into the spider. As you rip the blade out of its hide, you kind of swing it, and the blade sort of cuts through the air and kills the one next to it. You have another attack, I believe.
Yeah, I sure do. So I'll attack the creature in front of me then.
So Helios will step 5 feet forward to get you into range over the dead corpse. Go for it. You can hit either the spider or the purple guy with the weird button.
I'll go for the purple guy this time.
All right.
That's a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
11 damage.
11 damage. It'll take it.
Oh, can I use a charge on that one?
Sure, go for it.
3 more damage.
3 more damage. Fantastic. Is there anything else from Aaron?
That'll be turn,
Got it. Okay, that is going to bring us to Shroud. Shroud, you can see, you can fight.
I can stab. All right. Let's see here. Do I need to, let's see. Where's the closest little critter to me?
Hey there, little cat.
Hey, little guy.
5 feet will get you in range of any of them.
Yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna try and stab him.
All right, you step over your dead horse, move over to here
That's
and
so
go
cool.
for it.
All right, that is a nat 20.
Oh fuck, it's dead. It's fine.
Oops, just kidding.
He's
Shroud
already
looks at it,
dead.
it dies.
Yeah, you just basically walk up and it goes.
And then can I use some movement to get to the one that's like off to my left-hand side?
Yeah, do you want the purple one or the spider?
Let's do the purple thing. Where
All right.
is?
Look at it, isn't it pretty?
It's real cute. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll me some damage.
Okay, and then that's gonna be 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage. You drive your blade into it, but it seems to be quite a fleshy creature and continues to live on.
Okay, and then that's it.
All right, well done, Shroud. Sobrosa, way back here. It seems that the clouds have been cleared. What do you do?
Yeah, so remember how sometimes you're like a really cool GM and you let us do these spheres that like only hits bad guys?
Right.
I want to do one of those.
All right.
Um,
What spell are you casting?
I think I want to cast a confusion and I can go up to like 30 feet diameter or 30 feet radius on it.
Okay, and you only hit enemies, like chosen enemies.
So that's kind of where I was thinking was like on that side there that you're on. Like if we can move that out. No. It hits everything within the sphere hits everything within the sphere.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
So
so you want to do something
I'm
like
trying to
that?
position the sphere, so that I can hit as many baddies as possible without hitting any good folks.
All
Any
right.
of the good people of the Vale.
Fair enough. So if you're in this position, you've got 5. Yeah, you got 5 individuals. Got 5 individuals if you're over there. If you're over here, that's only ever going to be 4. So yeah,
All
you
right.
probably want right there for 5, right?
Yeah, 5 would work. I'm still really tempted to just hit the whole group and let people go wild, but I don't want Lyragoth like
Murdering
aciding
everybody.
everyone in the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? She
Alright.
might respect it.
Yeah. Finally, I can
minute,
cut loose.
For a minute, I had myself talked into it because I was like, maybe Lyragoth and Ciela can make a wisdom saving throw. But
We do have advantage on wisdom saves.
we do have. That's true.
Wouldn't
That only
be a-
gives me
wouldn't
one-
be a poor
that only-
tactic.
It only gives me one more. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the ones that I can get without endangering
If you hit the
anyone.
whole party, you can throw another 4 in there. With 4 bad guys.
But also, Lyragoth doesn't have advantage on wisdom saves. Very prideful. Did not partake in the hero's feast.
Did she not?
Okay.
I don't think so. It was a cornucopia. It was a bread basket. So
Oh, right. So it was like that. Right.
I mean,
So-
she is a dragon.
You should have taken a little bit more damage then. My bad.
Nah, that's all right. I'll play it safe. I'm still trying to get comfortable in this group. I don't want to get everybody all worked up. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm sorry, I got rid of it.
You're
Let me
good.
find it again. So it's a DC 19 wisdom for those 5 baddies.
Okay. Wisdom what, sorry?
19.
1 seeds miraculously. Oh shit, another spare save, man. Double nat 20s, that's crazy. As for these guys, they fail. So 2 spiders miraculously save, but these guys, boy, their brains are a little scrambled. Say these guys all got scrambled.
All right, so they have to roll on a behavior chart. They roll a D10 on a behavior chart on their turn, and I can give you the results if you want. I have it up.
Will do. When we get to their turn, absolutely. Is there
All
anything
right,
else
and
Sabrosa would like?
Can I see Erebir from where I am?
I think so. Yeah, you can kind of see her through the brush a little bit.
Okay. Get him, Aravir, and bardic inspiration for Aravir.
Hell yeah, we love a little bardic inspiration. What are your dice sizes? They're D10s,
That's
right?
a D10, yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, it's time for the Spider-Man. Let us go ahead and roll. I'm gonna roll my D10 for the confusion. And I rolled a natural one.
Oh,
So
sorry. I got rid of it when I said that I
oh,
would do
okay.
that, and then I did not at all do that. Let me find it. Confusion. Here we go.
I think it runs in a
Natural
random
one
direction.
is yeah. Movement in a random direction. All of its movement.
1, 2, 3, 4. So Spider's gonna go in a random direction this way. Opportunity attacks may apply. And he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That will
So
provoke opportunity attacks from Helios, Aravir, Terrence, and Terrence's horse.
yeah, let's give him the hooves, which I forgot we could do, and probably should have been doing.
Well, they can only mounted creatures that are controlled and tamed. They can't take the attack action. Yeah, so you've been good. Unless you let them act independently and like just do whatever the fuck they want, they will they can't take the attack action.
That's fair. Okay.
I
If
will,
I-
I will definitely use my reaction to try to use that.
You
Alright.
and Helios may if you wish. Aravir, go for it.
Me and my horse are doing this at disadvantage. We are still wet.
Understood. Fantastic.
So, Helios will make a claw attack, I guess.
Sure.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit a spider.
Alright. And that'll be 8 damage.
That's a dead spider. Yeah, Terrence, you're like, all right, let's do that, and then Aravir immediately like slices its head off.
That's fine.
Helios
I got a
did.
10.
Mhm.
Or yeah, it goes to run. Helios just like does one of these, like a cat or a dog or something, and just like lands its talon in its like abdomen and just like kind of pulls back, and with these razor sharp talons, just like rips its abdomen apart. It falls dead. There's spider guts everywhere, guys. Okay, that's the confused one. This one's starting to get the move. It's starting to understand the vibe of this battle, and the vibe is run away. So it's going to disengage, and it's going to leave.
Smart.
It's going to leave. It decides that today isn't going to be a hungry day, but a very alive day, which is important. These ones have all got. These ones are feeling a little more confident. I think this one has food right in front of it. The temptation's too great. It's going to disengage, pick up some food, and run into the brush with said food. Oh god, just go in there. Let's fucking go in the trees. Jesus, man. Jesus Christ. Come on. Go in the trees. Good job. Stupid. And it's bringing with it a whole feast of yummy. These guys just dash to leave. They dash deep into the wood and vanish. Bringing food with them. This one does as well. What else we got? These three guys are going to keep attacking the Drake. That is a natural 20 and a 19. Well, they have advantage because they're flanking. So that was just a natural 20. That one is a 18, which hits. And the last one is not going to hit. So 2 attacks hit. It's Lyragoth on the bite. Lyragoth is going to take 7 and 8, 7, 14. That's going to be 15 points of damage. Lyragoth needs to roll con saves against poison. Lyragoth succeeds on both easily, but will take half damage. You take 5 points of poison damage. And 5 reduced to 2 points of damage. And I'm just going to give Largoth a flat -10 because Largoth got bit a number of times before and it never accounted for the poison. So we're just going to... It's well under what she should have taken, but we're just going to give it a flat 10 and call it a day for any poison that was missed during the combat. And that is that. Bringing us to Star's turn. Star, you are clung in the shadows, so still safe. What do you do?
Go stab the next spider. I guess now that they're
I think
visible.
your horse ran away at some point.
No,
'cause it's-
Apple!
You can go get Apple. You just gotta finish up here first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
want this
dead
one?
spiders. Yeah, let's go after that guy. He's
You walk into the wind wall and are like, and get to here for 10 feet, equaling 20.
Alright, let's go stabby stabby.
Stabby, stabby. Quick question, Terrence. Does wind wall do anything after the initial damage?
It has some lingering effects, but nothing that should like affect here. It's like small creatures or small flying creatures can't enter it, and arrows can't pass through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
a strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Smaller flying creatures or object can't pass through the wall. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upwards. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upwards and automatically miss. Boulders hurled by giants or siege weapons are unaffected. And creatures in gaseous form can't pass through it. But the damage is only for the casting instance.
Understood. Okay then, fantastic. So Star, you move into the wind and kind of like, as it blows you around a little bit. Go ahead and make an attack roll on big, mean, nasty purple guy.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
He's dead.
He is. I would be surprised if he is still alive. Yeah. You roll. What do you got? 8d6. I think it's dead.
Yeah, it's probably dead. But we'll see. Let's see if he's dead.
Yeah.
Wait,
Let's
wouldn't
see
that
how
be a
dead.
crit?
Yeah, that's a crit. Natural 20 is
Oh,
a
yeah,
crit.
it's dead then. There's no way he's
So-
alive.
The crit alone would take it out and then some. So
Even if you
You
rolled
run up-
all ones.
yeah, you run up, start with your dagger, and go and you like poke it with the dagger, and it just explodes into a million pieces.
It's like, sort of like, what did I do? Yeah, do you
Go
want me to calculate it?
Oh my god. Okay, Star, you have a bonus action and movement. How do you choose to spend it?
Yeah, you're dead, and I'm just covered in blood again.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
You're not covered in blood. You're covered in
Guts,
like
sure, guts.
spider sinew and monster guts.
Great. Where's the
It's not
next
even red.
enemy?
It's like white. Next enemy is over here.
All right. Damn, because I know what's gonna happen. He's just gonna attack me after. I'm barely gonna do any damage to this poor guy.
Unless you crit again.
There is no way I'll crit again. We could try.
Well, now that you've said it, the wheel is turning, man. It's possible now.
The dice
Oh,
gods
probably
will
just-
manifest it.
All right.
If you say how the hell am I going to crit, that mean like how is it possible to crit? You know, it's
No, the
quite
worst
possible
part
now.
is it'll be a 1. That's what's gonna happen. All right, let's go attack that guy.
Okay. I think you run out of movement though because you got 30 feet, so 5 more feet gets you to here because this is all difficult terrain.
Oh, then never mind. I'll just be like, okay.
You should have feline agility.
That's true.
Yeah. I also no, I'm not wearing it anymore. That's right. I was about to say I could float, but no.
Yeah, you changed your armor, but you could run to here and get into range and take your bonus action if you feel any agility.
Is it worth it? Who are they attacking there? That's
You're attacking Terrence's horse.
This is my
Terrence's
horse.
horse, Star.
okay. I can't.
This is
let
my
him,
horse.
I can't kill him. I can't let him kill Rock. Okay.
Stone.
No. I care very deeply for Rock. I mean, Stone.
He took care of Apple when I didn't know.
You're like you're like okay maybe I'm, and you see it going like to Stone who's like You're like, you jump through the air with the dagger in your hand. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I will resurrect my horse.
Well, sadly, it's not as good. 11 plus 4 is 15.
15 hits. Roll me some damage.
It's gonna be so sad. I know it's gonna be sad. Let's
I
go.
think it's gonna be like a D4.
It's a 1.
He goes, ah! And then like kind of bounces off the side of it. And does 1 point of damage. But hey, you nicked it, and now it's like, blah.
Why do you guys always have to be bugs?
I eat your face. You move just
Well,
a little
don't eat my
closer.
face.
Just a little closer. Blah.
No! I have enough
Uh,
bugs eating me.
Which brings us to its turn. It does, instead of trying to eat the horse, it is going to try and eat you, Star.
Those
a
are both
hit.
confused. Those are both confused.
It's so confused why you're attacking it, Star. I thought you were friends. And then it rolls a d10 and it rolls a 7.
Yeah, it does not hit me.
Oh, no. This is different.
Oh.
Uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
Okay. There are 3 creatures within its reach. There are Terrence, Star, and Stone.
No.
I am going to roll a d6. I will let you guys decide who is what when I go to roll it. So there's going to be 1 to 2, 3 to 4, and 5 to 6. Terrence, which one are you?
I will be 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Star, which one are you? Are you 5 to 6 or 1 to 2?
Wait, what? I'm confused.
It has to attack a random person.
5.
5 and 6.
Okay. So 1 and 2 is Stone.
Yes.
I roll a 2.
God damn it.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, I swear. You can see it. It's
What?
a 2.
Oh.
That's for Stone, I'm afraid.
Someone silvery
So-
bird that.
Okay, got it. I am so sorry. It is going to look, it's going to be like, look at Star, and look at Stone, and go, it is going to probably try and bite it. It's its most deadly attack, even if the poison doesn't work. Or thinks it is. So that's going to be an attack roll. Is this, it doesn't matter. That's going to hit with a 19. Is Stone's restrained, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just crit fishing. That is going to be... that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage. As it turns around and goes... And its 4 mandibles bite down on your horse's throat and rip. And Stone falls to the ground in a gurgling screech and dies. Terrence, roll me an athletics or animal handling check to fall off your horse and see if you stick it.
Athletics or animal handling?
Yep.
I'll do animal handling. One last time.
Hold on.
There's my natural 20 for a 26.
You fall off and you land on your feet right here next to Stone that falls over like this. It kind of, and it's horrible. Like the horse is like not fully, like it takes a minute for it to fully fade, but Stone is no more, I'm afraid. That'll bring us to this one who is also confused. Let me roll a d10. That is an 8 for the other confused creature. An 8 means the creature uses an attack, a melee, you makes a melee attack on a randomly determined creature within its reach. So I'm just going to roll an even odds for Helios or Erebir. Erebir will be evens. It's going to attack Erebir with a bite. That is going to be 19 to hit.
Misses.
Misses, right? I forgot you were Miss Invincible. I forgot all about that. Okay, and last one is way back here, is trying to take chunks out of the dragon. So it's going to attempt to continue to do so with bite. With 16, that will not hit, and with a claw, that is a natural 20. For 1, 2, that's going to be 4. That's 4, 5 plus 8 is 13 points of damage to Lyra. Lyra looking pretty bloody. That is going to bring us to Terrence Miracle Jr. Your horse, your noble steed who has been with you all this time, has fallen. What do you do, Terrence?
I am still restrained.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of use my shield and shove it over and try and knock it prone.
Okay, that is a cool action shot, I gotta say. Like its head just like right over your shield, like that. Just like anyway. Sorry. Please go ahead and I will make an athletics check to combat. That is going to be a hot 4.
And that is a 17.
17 definitely meets out. It is literally a pushover. You like bump it and it goes, ow! And it falls down onto its back.
It's back. And I am going to, because I'm still restrained and I don't have any movement speed.
Right.
I'm going to drop my mace.
Okay.
And reach and grab my Talisman of Pure Good.
Yes. Yes.
And
do it.
Well, I still have to make an attack action because I have to do that for shoving it. But I'm gonna like kind of fall on top of it and try and press the talisman into the chest of this this monster that killed my horse.
Okay. This is awesome. So cool. All right, go for it.
I'm restrained, so disadvantage, but he's prone, so they cancel out.
Well, you're just gonna try and
I'm going to
do the touch thing. Okay.
I am going to assume this creature is not good because no good creature could do that to my horse.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, make me a disadvantage attack roll.
Well, he's prone.
For us. Oh, great, so straight roll, absolutely. We'll call this like a unarmed strike.
Yeah. And that'll be a dirty 20.
So Terrence, you're gonna see Terrence smash the creature over, throw the mace to the side, and in a moment of like divine fury, he rips his talisman off and goes, ah! And just like falls over onto it in his like spider restraint. And as he slaps the talisman on the chest of this creature, it is indeed an evil creature. And it goes ah! As it begins to like searing holy flame burns right through its chest. Go ahead and roll 8d6 radiant damage.
All right.
This is fucking awesome use of the talisman of your gut. I never thought of using it this way, but I love it. I rebuke you, Satan.
All right. That's 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 24, 27 radiant damage.
Mamma mia. You burn and it screams in pain. And at the end of the 6 seconds, the flame sort of gives out as the creature goes limp. And as you pull it back, the symbol of Chauntea has been seared into its chest as it lays dead.
I guess I'll like roll to my side and like lay next to it.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and take inspiration. That was a moment. That was crazy. I loved every second of it. Okay. Ciela. Ciela, on the back of your dragon, what do you do? There are but
Alright.
a scarce few left.
Alrighty, there are a couple there. So I'm going to use my short sword because I guess I have disadvantage with. Actually, you know what? I have a plus 12 on my bow. I'm going to use my bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the horde. What was it? What's the name of it? I'm crazy.
You know, volley?
Horde breaker.
Or your horde breaker?
Oh,
or you
I
do
can volley that, can't I?
Yeah, they're all within 10
Okay,
feet.
let's volley that.
All right.
All right.
These will all be at disadvantage, of course, as they're all within 5 feet of you.
Yeah.
As you're kind of now accompanying Largoth's space.
The first one is a 25.
Yep. Just go ahead and roll all of your attacks. Just get them all out of the way if that makes it easier on you.
The other next one is a 17.
Hit.
The next one is a 21.
Hit.
The next one is a 19.
Hit. All right. Roll me 4 instances of damage. They all hit.
Okay. First one is 10 damage.
10 damage. Understood.
The second one is 5 damage. No, 6 damage. Sorry.
6 total damage. Okay.
7 damage.
7 damage and
11 damage.
11 damage. Understood. Is there a bonus action?
Don't I get 2 attacks?
Not with volley. Volley.
No,
you
with
just
volley.
get,
Okay.
Yeah, you just get the.
Bonus action is a fourth level or 5th level? This is where I'm at with spells now. 5th level healing word on Lyragoth.
All right, roll it up.
5d4 plus 4. Okay, let me just grab another d4. One sec. Gotta find the d4 in the bag. There we go.
All right. Reroll ones once.
Yeah. "19 points of healing."
Hell yeah, we love 19 points of healing. That's fantastic. Lyragoth is no longer bloody. Well done.
Yep, and I'm going to say to Lyragoth, "You got this. We're good. We got this."
Absolutely. You draw like a handful of arrows, and I believe it was either like I think it's either the Native Americans or the sort of steepy riot, the Mongolians. I'm not sure who it is, but they'll take like a series of arrows in their hand, and they'll go, and I imagine that's what Ciela does. Just like hangs them off at the end of her fingers and sort of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then heals Lyragoth with that very healing word that you said. And Lyragoth is going to turn to, let's do this one. And it's going to just lay into it for a bite, 2 claws. So I don't believe. Oh, we got the breath weapon back. Fuck that. Fuck that. Who do we got left? These guys are all dead. There's this one way over here. It's only a 30-foot line. Boo. Lame as hell. Yeah, that's just not happening. Lyragoth is going to move over, stomp over to here. To which there'll be 4 opportunity attacks, which Lyragoth will skip the fuck. 1 Ettercap miss. spider bite, spider miss. Well, that was a bite, actually, sorry. And that was a miss. So 2 spider bites. It's going to be 11 and 4 piercing damage. So 15 piercing damage to Lyragoth. And then some con saves for poison. Success and a failure.
Acid.
That's going to be 8. 5 is going to be 13 poison damage. And half damage for the last one, which is going to be 10 reduced to 5. Lyragoth's pretty hurt, but Lyragoth was happy to take the bullet, because now Lyragoth's going to go, and it's going to spit a line of acid that is going to hit all 4 of the creatures. They need to make cons or dex saves. Failure, success, and success. So the 2 closest ones are going to fail, 2 furthest ones are going to succeed. Man, we could have rolled better on that. Yikes. That's 36 damage and a dead spider. Literally a melted spider, if I'm being honest. Yeah, spider's fucking melted. And those guys will take 15 plus 3, will take 18 damage each. That's a dead spider as well, regardless. And this one will take 18 damage and not be quite dead. And then Lyragoth will kind of like at the Ettercap, sort of challengingly, and you get the sense the Ettercap doesn't want to be here anymore after that little display. Erebir, you got one right in front of you. What do you do?
I'll attack with a chill touch first.
Okay, chill touch it is.
An 18 to hit.
That was a disadvantage, right? Because it's a ranged attack in melee.
Oh, nope, I didn't do that. 15 to hit.
Still hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
18.
18, that is a dead, weird-ass chubby creature.
Okay, great. And I still have another attack left, so I'd like to... Is there any of them over by Terrence and Star?
No, Terrence and Star are cleaned up. They're all done. The only ones that are left are ones that are going to run away. I'll be very clear. I'll be honest. This one is like, I'm leaving. Do you want to go try and take it down before it runs away?
Sure, might as well.
Why not? Your griffin flies into the air, spreads the wings out, and it goes, and you will descend on it like the fury of the elven people.
Sweet, and then that'll be an Elvish Warriors attack.
Hell yeah.
16 to hit.
16 hits, roll damage.
12.
12. It is still alive, if but barely. Hanging on.
Sweet, that's my turn.
Alright, Shroud, do you want to come in from the QB's left side and make the tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you land Erebir and like slice it through the like neck, and you're like almost holding it there, and then Shroud just comes across the battlefield. What do you do, Shroud?
I love it. I'm gonna try and stab him.
Stab him. Go for it.
Let's see here. That is 29 to hit.
29 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that's 12 points of piercing damage.
12 points. Piercing damage. How would you like to slay the last non-surrendered creature of this battle?
I think if they were like moving and like trying to like hit it, yeah, I think it would just be like one just like swift like with their dragon's gleam. Yep.
Got it. Shroud is nothing if not efficient. Shroud, you look at its head, and you know that when you put that pointy thing through its head, it stops moving. So that is what has worked for you, and that's what you'll keep doing. And you run over to it and go, and it's got a lot softer skull than other ones. It's not that satisfying crack you've come accustomed to anymore. You're just like rip through its head, rip it out, split its head in half, and it falls to the ground dead, like twitching on the ground. And with that, we have the combat as the rest of the spiders and ettercaps disappear into the wood at top speed. With what food they were able to gather, this was not a successful day for the brood of spiders. They didn't expect the entire terrain that they rely on for personal protection to be, completely obliterated. That usually catches people off guard. But you guys have succeeded on the day, and there are fallen soldiers to deal with when we get back from our break. But indeed, let's go ahead and take it for like 10, 15 minutes. Catch up with your horse, and you do so. The wind wall abates after some time. These are all assumptions I'm making, but hopefully good ones. And now you find yourselves in this bloody massacre of an aftermath where there are many bodies laid dead and a surprisingly large amount of flavorless pork. What do you all want to do in the afternoon?
Do I still have to free myself from the restraints?
Yeah, but I'm sure you do. You don't need to worry for it. It's like a DC 10 or 11. You can try multiple times, so after a while you manage to cut yourself out. It's no problem.
I think I'm gonna kneel over to my horse and kind of hold his head.
Covered in spider wings.
I don't know if horses get death saves or not, but I'll try to use my healer's kit on it.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Oh man. I'm sorry, parents.
But we can't let this slow us down. You were a good horse, Stone. You deserve better. I did my best, but it wasn't enough. But here's where you'll rest. And I'll cast Mold Earth. I assume twice to make a large enough plot of Earth.
Certainly. You can do that. Absolutely. Easily enough to excavate the land and repack it and lay your horse to rest.
Oh man, has anyone ever seen the tree scene where you get stuck in the mud? And...
Yeah, the never-ending story.
The Swamp of Sadness.
Well, traumatized millennials, yeah, for sure.
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
I know, poor Stone. That's what it reminds me of.
I guess I'll turn to Shroud, and you've never struck me as the sentimental type. Do you have any words to say for your horse before I lay him to rest?
I don't think that Shroud would say anything, but I think they've learned compassion over time, so I think that they would run their hand down like the horse's neck and give it like a little pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, you run it down its neck and
Pulse.
missing esophagus.
Okay, and then I'll excavate the earth and lay that horse to rest next to Stone.
Got it. And so you do. You leave two very heroic, faithful steeds to rest.
Okay, how much further do we have?
I think we've only gone a couple hours, so...
Might be best to split this into 2 days, because I know that Lyragoth is very hurt as well. And some of the other horses need some rest too.
I need to find Apple.
But not resting here.
I'm gonna say that you're swift enough, Shroud, that Star, that you run into the wood and you come back with the apple by the time that the two horses are buried.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys want to take a? I mean, this is a pretty A, stinky, and B, potentially dangerous place to take a short rest.
Yeah, not here.
So
Let's keep moving. Once we get some distance from here, then we can take a short rest.
You can ride with me, Terrence, if you'd like.
Star offers his ride to Shroud because he's the smallest, and he's like, "Just come on here, Shroud."
I'll get on. On the back, like behind Star.
Star's like went between horse neck and Shroud. Like, ugh.
I'm picturing the Hound riding a horse with Arya.
Yeah.
On we go.
We push forward.
on we go. You guys turn around to leave this most sad and desperate place to see Lyragoth very apathetically just like mowing down on what's left of the food. It's like very uncaringly.
Before I go,
yeah, go ahead.
Does it look like the difficult terrain extends a great distance?
Difficult to say. Possibly. I would say that the mist is beginning to close back on you guys slowly, but it will be here in a minute or two. The webbing is very wet, but you get, if you travel a little bit, you guys will get past it after a while. If it is anything that, if it goes as quick as it came, then yes, it'll probably vanish upon you.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's worth to burn a couple 4th level spell slots to give the horses freedom of movement.
Let's go around this area.
Well, with Ciella's abilities, you guys should be able to overcome that challenge rather quickly.
Okay. Okay, that works. Let's push forward.
As a reminder, the sun is beginning to go down. You guys are nearing the end of your day, which means that technically you should be nearing the waterfall you meant to go check. The shadows are growing longer and longer. And you guys all turn to leave. About an hour later, or how long do you want to travel before you take your short rest? I'll say that the webbing and everything ends after like 20 minutes of travel.
Let's give it 30. Extra 10 minutes.
Okay. 30 minutes later, you are well away from anything that would be considered webbing or that level of mistiness. And you guys can settle in for a short rest if you wish to.
Yeah, let's lick our wounds.
I'll go ahead and do a song of rest.
Hell yeah. Nothing is going to impede your path. You guys may all take your short rest. Feel free to go ahead and start rolling dice. I'm just going to make things simple and say your mounts return to max hit points.
Do you want me to roll for Lyragoth, or will you do it?
Yeah, no, you go ahead for Lyragoth. Lyragoth's at 33 hit points, so it'd be good to be
She gets
specific.
15 d10, so let's burn a few of those.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, anybody who takes hit dice recovery gets an extra 4 hit points along with that.
Extra 4, you said?
Yes.
Quick note for you, Ciela, which I'm sure you'll begin to find interesting. Um, as your party's wandering around, I think as a ranger, you're going to naturally begin to notice your party isn't making any footprints. Just like weirdly, you see someone walking around, and you kind of like look at the ground, and like you try and like dig your heel into the ground, and you pull your foot out, and it stays. It's really weird. It's like your party's like wandering around, it's fine. And when you like really intentionally try and make a track, then it does form, but otherwise it doesn't.
It's very unusual. No,
You think that has anything to do with the Guardian's protection?
it might be, or it might be something else. Maybe a way to make people lost in this area. Could be maybe a spell. I don't know.
Do our mounts leave prints?
Uh, no, no, they don't.
Oh, I still think we should push forward. Once our rest is done, that is.
I'm gonna tag the trees as we go along, just in case.
Okay. Tag the trees and you mark them just fine.
Okay, just going to roll for Laragoth's points.
Yep, go for it. Reroll once.
I'll use an arcane recovery to get some spell slots back.
Sure, fantastic.
All right, that's 42. And does she get that extra plus 45 on top of it, or is it just the dice?
So whatever you rolled. So how many dice did you roll?
I rolled 10.
You rolled 10 dice. That means that she'll get her con modifier 10 times. So she will get a plus 30.
So 72 hit points.
72 hit points to Lyra. Fantastic.
Do you need more?
Um, Largoth could use a little more. I think Largoth would spend at least one more dice, which I'm happy to go for.
We'll do one more dice.
Okay. For 5 additional hit points.
That's a 10.
Okay, well, she was going to roll another one anyway, so perfect. So
Yep.
you rolled a 10. Does that include your modifier?
Nope.
Nope. So 13 additional hit points.
Yes.
So this will stop there. That will be 12 dice spent.
Okay.
Sweet. Got him smoked. Hopefully, sitting in your stowed away. Okay, is that it for everybody? Are we ready to continue our voyage?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us proceed. So, you travel for a half hour onward, making your way through the wood, and you guys come upon a waterfall, as promised. So bright. Sorry.
Can we stealth when we approach?
You hear the sounds of the waterfall, and you'd all like to enter stealth.
I think
Okay.
it's a good idea. Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you wish to bring your mounts, all of your mounts, up to this place that requires stealth?
I'll bring Helios.
Okay. I assume Lyragoth is the horses coming.
Lettergoth will come.
Cool. Are the horses coming? Those of you who still own horses.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, I will require stealth checks from all people and all mounts.
Helios got a natural 1 for 3.
Helios goes. You're like, Helios. And Helios goes, and then rolls on her back, and rolls on his back, and thinks he's playing. Or thinks you want to play.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
Yeah, Helios doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I'd roll my inspiration for that, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Oh no.
I got a 5.
Oh,
Okay, we're rolling for stealth.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but we're not rolling well.
Are you bringing your horse with?
Yes. I think as everyone else is bringing their horse, I'm bringing my horse.
There's
There's
only 2
one
horses
other
left.
horse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my horse. So I gotta roll for horse and myself.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So,
Lettergoth and I both got 16.
well,
I'm gonna come around and get those in.
Yep.
oh, nice. I rolled 2 19s. That's so nice.
Oh hell yeah!
So yeah, like Star's stealth roll is basically 19 plus 15, which I can't do calculations right now, but that's 40. What is this? 44? Brain dead?
34.
34. Yeah, 34. And I don't know how much the horse gets, but
The riding horse
Alright.
has a 0 to dex, so
Oh,
it's a 19.
nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go around and get everybody's total. So Brosa, what did you and your horse get?
Yeah, my horse got a 17. He's doing a hell of a job.
Hell yeah, what'd you get?
I, on the other hand, have a +5 to stealth and rolled a 4 for a dirty 9. Then used my inspiration and rolled a 5 for a dirty 10. So 10.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
every point counts. Ciela, how did you and your very stealthy Drake do?
We both do 16.
16 and a 16. Okay. How about Erebir and Helios?
Helios
And Terrence, I'm here too.
Okay.
Helios got a 3 and Erebir got a 15.
Shroud,
15.
15. And Terrence, what'd you get?
5.
5, unfortunate. Star, how did you and your horse get?
Horse got 19. Star got 34.
34, good God. 17, 10, 16, 63, 15, 15, 5, 19, 34. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's Star just brings up the average, if we're being honest with ourselves, significantly. So you guys average out at 15 as you guys all clock in. Let me go ahead and set that situation up.
I don't know how my horse is holding Shroud and Star and being quiet.
I don't either. Okay, Shroud is on the back of Star's horse. We got a Star right here. Good.
Squished in the middle.
Squeezed in the middle. Okay. Erebir is on a very squawky Helios. Come on, don't do this, Helios.
I'm riding with.
Helios, why? Maybe Helios is like a little annoyed. Is feeling a little like a diva right now because he's very used to carrying a very light, dainty, graceful elf girl, and now has to carry a clunky elf, a clunky human as well. I need to put. So we already got Star. We need Sabrosa on Sabrosa's horse. This is about to get cool.
If only you were a beast, I could speak to you.
Oh, Helios is like, Lyragoth is up in the air, as Lyragoth tends to be, with a ranger on its back. Who needs a Drake Warden when you got a real warden? So let's see. Is that everybody? Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I have 6 heroes. Cool. All right. Uh, uh, hmm. Okay, let us begin. Let us begin. You find a big, beautiful waterfall. You guys are kind of in the brush, sort of hidden there for the most part. You see this waterfall and this big, beautiful pool obscured by an emerald haze that marks this place. There's a steep slope from the various walls around. It's almost like right up and down, in fact, almost unclimbable. Cool. What do you do?
There's like a pool of water, like a small lake.
Yeah. Them's a pool of water.
All right, let's group up. I'll turn to Ciela. Do you sense anything in there?
Let's try.
Well, in order to communicate, if you want to maintain stealth, I assume you guys have landed at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dragon rider and griffin rider are on the ground. Hard to communicate when you're flying in circles. Yeah, you guys are all grouped up by this water. You sense many humanoids and one dragon. And you sense them about, let's see, about 40 feet up in the air behind the mountain that you are looking at currently. So all of this, I haven't moved it all the way along, but I'm supposed to talk to that. But you get the sense that there is some kind of cavern behind the waterfall that is built into the mountain. You also sense that there are some humanoids standing about 40 feet up around there.
Okay. I'm gonna point up towards where the humanoids are standing. We've got a line right there. Probably watching for us. More inside.
Okay. To get us there, I'm gonna start ritual casting Water Walk.
Ooh, very cool. Okay. 11 minutes later, you guys all sit quietly, as stealthy as can be, while Terrence makes his incantations and his summons of the power of Chantia, and the power is cast across the group.
And there's not a limit to the. Oh wait, up to 10 willing creatures. So
yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, it should be everyone and their mounts.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 6 people and 4 mounts.
Okay. I'm ready to go forth if you guys are.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Could we try to draw them out with the distraction and then ambush them, maybe? I don't know. Try something rather than walking through the front door.
Also worth a point, really quick, Ciela, as for the dragon's location, it's much deeper into the mountain.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not-
yeah. I said that there's humanoids at the front.
Yeah, there's humanoids at the
probably waiting
front,
for us.
and there are humanoids deeper within as well, but the dragon's like quite a ways deeper.
Yep.
Laragoth goes, "There, on the edge of the falls. Let me fly through it, then."
I mean, do I see anything at the top of this mountain?
It rises quite high, and Ciela, your power would tell you that like they're pretty much all on the same level, give or take like a couple tens of feet. But this is like hundreds and hundreds of feet high. This waterfall. You look to the top. You don't see anything of great interest.
I'm going to cast. Where is it? Find traps, which is 120 feet. Just to
You
see if
find-
there's anything trapped for entering this waterfall or.
Nothing as far as you could tell. Nothing. Because I believe it's an orb and it's like a ping. It's not something sustained. You do this like one wave of fine traps and you find nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, when you were looking for the humanoids, were there any stragglers anywhere?
They're pretty much all in the mountain.
I mean,
You're
we
muted,
could,
Terrence, if you're talking.
Well, do we sneak in?
we
or
could
alert
try
them now.
to. We could try to draw one or a small group out from the perimeter, and as the ones the outermost ones, I suppose, and then there's the possibility of extracting what information might be helpful before we try to enter.
Can you still make yourself look like a dragon cultist?
Yes.
How do you feel about being bait?
I could certainly be bait. I can dress myself up as one on my own. It works a little better if we have one that's recently passed, and I have a little bit better idea of their mannerisms and immediate thoughts, and it's a lot easier to pass off if I'm not trying to fake my way through it. But I can certainly try. I've taken some acting classes. I could give it a whirl.
Well, it would be dangerous, so only if you're sure.
Oh, this is actually what I do. It's the best way probably that I can contribute to the group.
Okay. So maybe we surround the area in the trees and wait for you to draw out a few of the cultists and attack.
Sure. Yes, if someone wants to. I have to admit, I'm not martially the most tactical person. If someone wants to advise us on a position, I'm happy to act as the bait.
You could possibly take one of us prisoner.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Certainly.
Argoth says, "I could drag one out and drown it in the lake."
You can even kill it.
Yes, that is what I mean when I say drown.
Perhaps if our cover's blown, that'll be the plan.
Drowning takes time.
I like this idea though.
Is that approval? Is that approval? Wings sort of open.
All right, let's try and
Actually-
stay undercover first.
I'm curious to
Yeah.
know if there is a tunnel under the water that Laragoth can swim into.
Yes.
Hmm.
Always
Yes.
wanted to drown someone. Can I do it today?
Probably could have thought of that before I cast Water Walk.
Well, I believe they can choose if they want to go under or not, right?
This spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava as if it were harmless, solid ground. Creatures crossing molten lava can still take damage from the heat. Up to 10 million creatures you can see. So maybe they weren't willing. Within range, gain this ability for the duration. If you target a creature submerged in liquid, the spell carries the target up to the surface at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're kind of. We'll say that like
She likes to
Yeah.
swim, so she's good in the
That's-
water.
she's like, nah, I don't enjoy silly water mucking.
I could technically go with her because I can hold my breath indefinitely.
You can. Since
Yeah.
when?
Since always. So,
Oh.
yep. Air Genasi perk.
Air Genasi can breathe underwater for
Yep.
whatever.
Yep, they can hold their breath. They can't breathe underwater, but they can hold their breath for an
Ah.
indefinite amount of time. Or knocked unconscious.
Makes sense. Got it.
I guess I'll kind of move to the left a little bit to kind of surround the area.
Okay. Take Helios and Terrence and kind of go for a flank on the area itself.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. So what's the plan exactly? Was Laragoth going to go underwater and see if there was a passage? What was the plan?
Well, I think that'll alert them to our presence here. I like Sprosa's idea. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, too.
Well, no matter
Do
what,
we even-
they're going to become alerted to us in some way or another anyway.
Do we have any indication of another entrance or any entrance so far?
All right, if you guys are still talking, I'm going to say that Paradir, you're still with the party.
Well, from what we understand, the dragon rider was always soaking wet.
Probably coming in and out of the waterfall.
Yeah.
What we want to do.
I see. Well, I don't have anything in particular in my repertoire for holding my breath or breathing water.
We do.
Then perhaps we'll start with that.
It's
I'm going to cast
can-
pass. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I can speak telepathically with whoever goes in.
I can go with Laragoth and make our stealth more stealthy.
yeah. So long as I get to drown someone.
Yes, you can.
All right. So you're establishing a psychic link of some kind there, Sabrosa?
Yeah. It is. I think it's just called telepathic speech. As a bonus action, choose one creature I see within 30 feet. Me and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while we are within 5 miles of each other. The telepathic connection lasts for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, okay. So, whatever we gotta do it quick. So, Ciela, presumably you're linking to Ciela.
Yeah. I'm going to
Okay.
cast a Pass Without Trace on myself
Okay.
and Largoth.
So, what did you guys roll in your stealth checks, and we'll add a +10 to that?
16, so 26.
26 each. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Largoth goes, so in the pool.
Let's go.
Largoth sort of just like, oh, where here?
Yeah, I still want to go like flank. And Terrence, do you want to come too, Terrence?
Yeah, I'll watch your back.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Yep, you two can go over there. But that does mean that you are no longer with the party, and thus cannot have conversations with the party. Okay, you guys make your way over there, no problem. Largoth just kind of, almost like a crocodile, just kind of like walks over and then just kind of like, just not even splashes, just kind of like falls into the water and submerges beneath like some kind of reptile.
And I'll hold my breath.
You hold your breath, you take the wind into your heart or into your lungs, either one. And as you guys go underwater, ooh, look at us underwater, so immersive. There's nothing particularly special about the pond. You'll notice that it's about 20 feet deep. Oh, my mistake. There is a passage indeed. Sorry, the pool is about 50 feet deep. Oh shit, hang on, sorry. No, sorry, yeah, it's 20 feet deep, nothing particularly special about the under the surface. There's no passages or anything like that.
Okay. No passages?
No passages.
Okay.
Largoth kind of swims over to the waterfall.
I'll just hang on.
And Largoth is just going to start like moving up the side into like surface underneath the waterfall, to which there will be Largoth's a good swimmer, but Largoth isn't like a salmon that can like swim like up a waterfall or anything like that. No. Largoth does come out from like under the water between the rock surface and the waterfall, but you're still being berated by the waterfall.
Yeah.
You get the sense Largoth is doing that intentionally because Largoth wants to do what Largoth wants to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, so you can't really speak too well.
I'll give her I'll give her a little pat, like, I'm here. Stop.
Oh, keep going? Okay. And we'll start climbing. Largoth's gonna make a little check to go up. Do you like really like Largoth starts like climbing the rock face up the wall with some difficulty? Do you allow that, or is that Yeah, okay. Largoth's gonna make a little check. Is easily going to do it. Serrated talons carved through solid rock. Largoth, like a snake slithering up the side of the wall, makes its way up. You do see a ledge, and Largoth kind of stops at the water's edge. As you get closer to the ledge, you're being berated by water and can't.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Okay, so this is actually gonna. Oh fuck! This is gonna be interesting. So Largoth is gonna get to like the words of the ledge, and you see Largoth kind of crane the neck back, as if like going to strike like a serpent. You allow this as well?
Yes. I don't have much of a choice. I can't really see what's going on.
Right. Well, you could start slapping the back or something, if you had major intention to stop her. But you feel Largoth sort of tense, the neck crane, and then is going to snap upwards, and snap up, and you're gonna hear like a ah, and Largoth will climb up and make the last of a height. In a sense, Largoth tried to snap at someone and missed, which actually kind of saves your bacon a little bit here. But this is what you're going to see. You're pulling back in preparation. You are going to see. Where are you? Let me just place you guys before I continue to describe. Laragoth comes up and kind of like hisses at them, and you see these 3 elven guards and this one more sort of like noble-looking elf standing behind them, but they're very much dressed like elves of the Misty Forest. Like these aren't cultists by dress alone. And they do have like bows out and are uncertain. And this individual at the back who speaks says, "Apologies, Dragon Rider. Are you here on behalf of the cult? Are you here on behalf of the cult? Are you here to see truth?"
Yes.
Make a deception check.
We are here to see them.
Yeah.
14.
14. Oh, I think I said what I was going to do. Kind of goes, very well. Let them pass, of course. Let them pass. And the elves kind of like undo their bow and step back. What's your passive insight?
My passive insight is 14.
14.
Yeah.
You get a sense of like kind of dread and like intimidation from these individuals. They're like, you've seen the zealotous like in the eyes of the cultists where they're like, the dragon
True
queen.
believers,
Like,
yeah.
Really into it. These guys are more like intimidated and kind of back off and kind of avert their eyes for fear of their own lives, really.
I mean, I'll kind of stop instead of going. I'll be like, what's wrong?
Nothing, Ryder. Just, obviously, of course, as your prize and your presence is one to be regarded with great terror and admonishment, of course.
I want you all to leave.
Leave? What do you mean?
Yes, leave.
Very well. Come. And
outside.
I'll start walking. Outside?
I want
what
you
would
to
you have us do?
just leave.
Very well, Ryder. Come. Let us leave.
And I'll tell
They all-
Sarusa that these guys are coming out.
They all look at each other a little uncertain, and they approach the ledge of the waterfall and kind of look down as they're like a little uncertain of how to get down. They kind of like look back at you as your dragon kind of, and they kind of, suppose we'll jump. Yes, we'll jump. And they all kind of look at each other with like, maybe we'll be alive after this kind of thing. And they jump out of the waterfall, all 4 of them.
And I'm gonna follow out with Lyragoth and say, okay, we get to drown someone later. We're gonna get some information out of these guys first. First we get info, then you can probably.
And I can drown one of them.
If they don't tell us what we want them to tell us, then you can drown them all.
So many rules.
I know.
And they all jump out. I'm gonna roll some checks to see how well that goes for them.
So the water's only 20 feet down.
The actual pool is 20 feet deep. The slope of the cavern is 40 feet high. So we're doing a 40-foot jump through the waterfall onto potentially stony rock below. So they all jump out, and you guys all see these 4 individuals kind of come bobbing up. One of them is like in the water, red, sort of filling the water around their space. But the other two look quite alive. Or sorry, other three look quite alive, including the spokesman, shall we call them, of the rest of them. And they manage to get to shore and look at the fallen one, and they kind of shake their heads a little like upset about the fall, and they kind of, and you, Larivir, from your stealth position, see they sort of like make a gesture that is to honor the elven goddesses, or the elven gods, to honor their fallen comrade. Then the dragon, that is Ciela, comes out of the water, and they look up in fear. And Lyregoth sort of lands on the shore.
Yep, then near them.
Yeah. And kind of turns around and looks at them like, yeah. And they are kind of afraid.
All right.
What now, Ryder? What do you want from us? One of us has fallen.
I want you to put your weapons down.
I don't know. He nods to the rest, and he undoes his rapier from his hip and throws it to the ground. The other warriors take off their bows and short swords and throw them to the ground. They look scared, like you're about to kill them.
Yep. And they can say, "Why are you here?"
Go ahead, Sabrosa, real quick.
I was just gonna say I'll start making my way over in that direction, since CL let me know they were over there and that they were coming out to be questioned.
Okay, Star, would you wish to follow with?
Yeah, I'll follow too, just because we might need a quick death.
Fair enough. All of you kind of form up on Aravir's position. And they go, "We are here at the express wish of the dragon. We have been taken from the lands to serve at his pleasure, of course."
Do you want to? Would you rather not do this?
We of course admire the might of the dragons and would not wish to incur his wrath, of course.
Well, you may not have to worry about his wrath. If you tell us what we need to go, we can. What we need to know, we may just let you free.
He looks at his allies and he kind of looks back at you and goes, "Who are you?"
And Ciel will just smile. Well, Ciel's wearing the mask, but she'll smile behind the mask. I am someone who has your life in the balance right now.
Should we make our presence known?
Yeah.
I will. Can I, as I approach, when I get into range, can I subtle spell detect thoughts to the one that looks like the leader there?
Sure. Well, yeah, you subtle spell detect, but you reveal yourself in doing so as you. Oh, you're subtle spelling, right? So you do that, and he's sort of going in his head. He's like, "What's going on? I don't understand." He just seems confused within his mind.
Sure. All right. And I'll maintain that until we get closer, and I might go deeper if we get into questioning.
Okay. So are you guys revealing yourselves from the woods?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Aravir's gonna hang back too.
You're gonna hang back too? Okay. So Star, same thing probably?
Yeah, I'll just follow through with everyone.
Okay. So this guy continues to look at you and he goes, he looks at his fallen comrade and kind of like looks up at you, and his sort of true nature sort of holds. He goes, "What games are you playing?
I'm not playing.
What cruelty is this? Speak your name. Enough of this. Reveal yourself."
I'm Ciela from Dragonsbane.
Dragonsbane? No, it's not. You can't be.
Why?
He looks at his friend who is dead at his feet from the fall that you had him make. And he goes, Dragon's Bane are said to be the most honorable and goodest, a force for good in this world. You ride a dragon, the dragon cult. You've seen to the death of one of my allies, one of my friends.
It was an accident. I thought you would be okay in the water, and you jumped out.
How
So
many
I
people have you
apologize
known
for
to survive jumping 40 foot out of a waterfall?
It was a necessary risk because I didn't know what you would do, or if you would follow us if we went in.
Make a persuasion check.
I think at this point I'd like to dismount Helios and make my appearance.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have. I'd like to intercede too, if that's okay. I'm still gonna remain kind of like not obvious, so I don't know if I'm actually hit or not. I want to be, but I'll subtle spell again and calm emotions on that group.
I'm going to say that, Sabrosa, if you wanted to have got your detect thoughts going, you would have needed to have dismounted and gotten closer because it's only a 30-foot radius, which isn't very much. But okay.
That's fair.
I got a 15.
15. Understood. Terrence, you basically get within the mind of this guy. He's like, he just doesn't understand. And the more that Ciela talks, he's like, perhaps not so honorable at all, is what you hear within his mind. You reveal yourself, Terrence, at this point.
It's been longer than a minute.
Since when?
I guess since this elf died. Perished from the ball.
I will say you have precious seconds left.
Then I'll run up to them and I'll pull out my diamonds and I'll revivify.
Okay. And I will say that indeed that was the last second that you got in there. But you take you run out and they kind of like turn and they reach for their weapons, but they've been disposed of.
They dropped their weapons.
I know. They disposed of their weapons, so they kind of reach for nothing instinctually. And you, Terrence, just sort of like run past them and dive to the ground and cast the spell through the diamond and into his chest, and he spits up water over himself. And the two warriors sort of run to the side of their fallen comrade. He starts speaking in Elvish to him and essentially saying along the lines of like, "The goddess is what sorcery are you well? But my friend," and they sort of pull him up and like hug him, and this warrior looks at you and goes, "What is?"
I'm sorry. We had to know. We had to know which side you stood.
And if they don't speak common, then Ciela will translate.
Yeah, they're pretty much exclusively speaking Polish.
Okay.
But they understand the common and will swap to common.
Okay.
When you're several hundred years old, it's not too much to be bilingual.
Yeah.
They will say, "I do not like it, but I understand. You are the one known as Marigold, Terrence Marigold."
Yeah. I am.
Andarano Tishan is an honor. I suppose I understand, but I do not like it. And his friend is like rose to his feet and kind of like limps to the side of his ally.
The cult are great deceivers. But we're glad to know which side you stand. So tell us, why are you here?
We were driven by fear to serving the dragon, admittedly. We were expecting more cultists to arrive at the lair. We still fear the dragon. I truly do not know if it is. I must admit with my truth. And at the end of your detect thoughts, Sabrosa, you would get like, I mean, it goes, I can't, how can I trust them? If they're defeated, then my village will suffer. And that's sort of what you get last. He says, I must admit, your appearance here is fortuitous. Is it only you two, then? Is that all we have to rely on?
No.
Now, yeah, now I'll reveal myself.
Sabrosa, you very slick, very slyly sort of come around the tree out of the dark.
Aravir will come out as well, and Helios.
Aravir, your arrival probably does a lot for this interaction, in fact. The griffin sort of comes out, actually not clopping at all, just more of like a padding out, sort of like brays itself, and then you're sitting upon its back, and they look over and kind of, sort of like the breath is taken out of their lungs, and they all four sort of like bow their heads and their hands over their hearts. They honor you as a noble, as a royal.
And could I have heard that interaction? Like, was
Yes.
I within earshot? Okay.
Yes.
I'll approach and tell them I'm here for my brother, Prince Nurin Vane, and any aid you can give us will help. Will help immensely.
He nods, of course, princess, and on the honor, Sean, it is an honor. Very well. We can tell you much. What is it that exactly would you like to know? We can tell you most certainly the dragon Chuff and the leader Prince Neuron Vane does lie within this lair. This is where they are. We are not fully trusted, but there are other fearful elves who have been bent to the will of this dragon. It breaks my heart to say, Princess, but many have been bent to entire intimidation by the dragon's great power and strength, and for fear of their loved ones in villages here and far. I do not know how many will be willing to see reason. They are bent by fear, much as we were.
How many of our people remain in there?
About a dozen. But the lair does find itself rife with true believers of their cultic cause.
And how can I tell the difference between them?
By their wear, to be certain. Dragon cultists wear their masks, and they're draped in their blacks and purples. They're very easily distinguished from those of us who would still wear elven garb and have pride in their people.
And have you witnessed the dragon fight or Moranbane fight? Are there any tricks up their sleeves that you could tell us about?
Witness them battle. I only ever saw the dragon in battle. It's a monster, princess, of great size. It has wings like hurricanes and teeth like spears and claws like great axes or swords, and it spews a breath of noxious air, poison that melts the very skin from your bones. It is a great and terrible thing to behold, and laid low many villages. And as it sort of tilts to his allies as their heads sort of dip down in grief.
We hope to end the bloodshed today. We can take him out.
It would be my life's honor to stand at your side, princess, but I have no might to meet these dragon cultists, this dragon, the prince himself. I will put forth that passive insight would tell you that, like, you've said your brother Neuron is trying to be, like, cool about it. You don't think he knew that was the Prince Neuron. And you kind of tell the, like, whenever he says the name, it's like disbelief. Do not understand the reputation entirely of this individual. He says, these cultists who belong here, they are elites, they are warriors that I am sad to say surpass my abilities. If you would wish it, I would fight, though admittedly, for the fear in my heart, I do not know how long I would be able to stand against them.
Could you help me convince our people to leave? Would they listen to you?
They would not listen to me like they might listen to you, Princess.
Well, I need you to... I will give this... I think I've got some climbing gear. Yeah, I've got a climber's kit and a grappling hook, and I'll give it to them. You may not be able to fight, but I hope to send our people down, and if you could help them safely descend the cliff.
Yes, of course, we can certainly do this, and guard its entrance, or keep an eye out for the dragon. We will ensure that the way is safe for others who wish to leave.
This will be enough. Thank you.
And they will bow their heads, and the speaker will turn to his fellow elves and say, in Elvish, of course, he'll say, very well, let us prepare for their descent. And they will sort of wade into the water. The one who is particularly injured, I think, will be told to stay behind. And just sort of keep an eye out for any passage for more cultists, essentially. He'll just kind of stay on the shore and keep an eye out. But the other three will go and sort of wade into the waterfall and begin to sort of start installing the pipings.
I'll turn to the party. It sounds like some of my people are here against their will, and some of them might have been, I don't know, they might not be so willing to leave, but I'm hoping to spare as many of them as I can. If you could help me with that.
Of course.
Ciel will turn to Laragov and say, if they're dressed as a cultist, they're fair game.
I would hope so. I wanted to drown one of them. Wait. And kind of continues to be bitchy. But yes, you guys have found indeed the lair of Chuth and the lair of Neuron Vein, and both indeed are present to this day. You, Erebir, would know that your brother is a wizard. He is skilled in the arcane arts. You haven't seen him in a long time, and his powers may be well beyond what they were once, which were even impressive back then. It's quite possible he's an archmage at this point, and that much I'll give you for free. If he has keeping up with his studies, and he probably has. And with that, you guys have a dragon lair to penetrate, a monster to beat, and a fallen royal to either redeem or slay, or bring brought to justice. That'll be the choice of the princess, honor demands. But I think it is a good time to stop here on this shore before you infiltrate this dragon.